Hello everyone, and welcome back to Realm of Shades Hyrule, Shadows of the Light Realm, Chapter 5, Twilight of the End. Do. No? No one? Indeed, music that I could not put in the soundtrack for reasons of I don't want to screw with
Obvious
Nintendo more
reasons.
than I am.
Yep. So you did.
Yes, the party is going into the Lost Woods today. Before we get started, of course,
Right, Sans.
we have to fight Sans. We'll be here for the next hour just fighting Sans. But also Zombi is not present right now as he has probably fallen unconscious.
Damn, hate to see it.
Unconscious scene real.
We just checking Snak's message there. We might be having like another release on TTRPG this month. We have the art for it. Things are a little complicated right now, which we're not really going to get into. Hopefully by the time that like people are really watching this session, it won't matter. Anyway, with that over with, let's get right on to the recap. So, when we last left off, as I check my microphone, there we go. Okay, I'm very scared that I have myself muted.
Yeah, after that one stream, that one session.
So when we last left off, Golden Harvest ventured into the great forest of Hyrule with Sir Link of Linden leading the way, venturing swiftly for the full day towards the entrance to the Lost Woods. At their checkpoint in the Laughing Tree Wood, our heroes encountered a mischievous Skull Kid that attacked the party with a summoned set of magical puppets. They were not powerful, potentially powerful, as their traits are really funny. The Skull Kid quickly gave up after Hyle discovered his position and effectively befriended the childish mind, who gave them warning of the monsters to come further into the forest. In addition to two songs being effectively exchanged between the two.
Yee.
Yee.
Yee. I don't know why, but he reminds me of someone.
Yee.
Continuing on to the Eldermist Wood. The second checkpoint, Golden Harvest, was met with a squad of Stalfos knights and their captain, and joined by frozen Stalfrosts, having made the area into their apparent lair. The captain talked high and mighty before combat began, where he soon fell almost immediately to the might of our heroes, with his squad soon falling after. The last checkpoint held...
Oh, just Eon and Hyle high-fiving over his corpse.
Yes. The last checkpoint held no combative challenge, as a black reflective pool only stood in their way, said to reflect the true or future self back to those who look in. Some were worried or frightened by what they saw, and others were content with it, or decided not to look. At last arriving at the entrance to the Lost Woods, Golden Harvest rested for the night before beginning its misty trial. Hyle and Link discussed the past and the state of being a hero during their watch, and in the morning, Fujino shared her conflicted thoughts with both Eon and Link. Once all conversations were had, our heroes left the revived hero behind as they wandered through the mist-filled log that traveled into the Lost Woods. Heckin' messages are always going. Anyway, getting into it. No map on the screen currently. You walk through this hazy mist, through this log, for what feels like several minutes.
Rambu disappears.
Rambu disappears.
No.
Gasp.
Gasp.
Gasp. Audible gasp.
She's suddenly replaced by Stella.
Who's this cutie?
Anyway. After the few minutes, a eerie feeling creeps along your backs. A shiver. As the air feels damp, cold. Snow is still definitely on the ground, even traveling through a log that should be protected from the soft falling snow. Eventually, you come to the ending of this log. Okay, music, shut up.
It's very high octane music.
Very, very high octane. You find yourself open to a clearing. Once surrounded by dense trees, why is Bisht unconscious?
He's not. Zombie was, but I mean, I removed it.
I see.
It was because Zombie was unconscious.
Yeah.
I understand now.
I'm glad Chris laughed immediately after I did it.
The entire area covered in snow, the walls of its dense pine trees. Beyond that, mist that completely obscures anything beyond these trees.
I don't see anything.
Open your eyes.
Open your eyes
I
to
don't
what
see the
truly
trees. There's no
lies
map.
in front of you.
You're not getting a map. Theater of the mind, you nerd.
I refuse.
A pathway leads across several tens of feet, which splits at a certain point and circles around what appears to be a strange, about 5 foot tall stone.
Can't believe it's taller than Fujino.
Yep. The stone itself glowing faintly, as if what's the word? I'll say
luminescent.
Raising and lowering in brightness ever so slightly.
Glowing.
Pulsing, I should say.
Pulsating.
Pulsating.
There you go. Pulsating.
It has what appears to be this kind of more archaic looking form of the Sheikah symbol embossed into it.
Is it like the gossip stone?
It looks like a gossip stone that appears to have this small, very healthy, recently picked white flower attached to the top of it.
Walk up to. Oh, go ahead if you.
Beyond that, you see a very similar log to the one that's behind you, that you just emerged from. This one covered in a very thick mist, about as thick as the mist that's beyond the trees, and nowhere near as thick as the mist that is surrounding where you just came from.
Would you say that Hyle would have an idea of how gossip stones work in the wild?
In the wild?
Roll me an Arcana check.
As opposed to tame gossip stones. Sure. Let me just get my sheet open.
There's a trick to taming gossip stones.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I have one in my pocket.
Wild gossip stones aren't very common, and where they tend to be found is in front of trials. They often help provide a tip, as well as some, as their name suggests, gossip about the specific area that they're nearby, maybe about people, maybe about locations.
Mm-hmm.
Usually this
So
is
I would know
through
how
physical touch.
Okay. Hyle walks up to it. Kind of.
You stick your head in.
What?
Where would you stick your head in?
Isn't there one where you have to like crawl into them? Part way.
No.
Not that I'm recalling.
Am I mixing them up with another kind of stone?
Probably.
I think you're mixing them up with the future devil.
No.
Considering
Like
we're-
at the bottom of the stone, you can like stick your upper body into it, and it'll give you like a visual of where you need to go.
I have no idea what you're actually talking about.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Nothing comes to mind in that regard.
Okay.
Yeah, Hyle's gonna walk up to it though and kind of stoop over, putting a hand on the chin, and just with the other knuckle rasp against the stone. Let's see. I think it works like this.
All right. As you touch this thing, you see the glow suddenly become bright. The crackles going through it, lighting up, similar to the ancient energy that you see flowing through Eon's eyes and through other ancient machinery.
And I DC 30 wisdom save.
Why would I even make him roll in that regard?
I was about to say, could I touch it
blindness.
and like have a weird interface with me because we're both ancient machines?
Let me handle this first.
Yeah.
As you immediately hear it say, and it would the sound would be emanating enough for everyone else to hear. Congratulations! You are now the navigator. The way forward is now open. Please enjoy your stay and have fun with this trial. The Great Take-A-Tree awaits you. Behind the
Yo, did I just
Hmm?
Did I just activate All-Star system? Yo, I didn't know I bought a GPS from All-Star.
the fog the mist surrounding the log behind the in front of the way forward, which by rights you guys are going south.
Okay.
For the sake of ease, when we get into the maze, there's going to be the simplicity of up, down, left, and right. But we'll get to that in a bit. Yeah, that seems to dissipate, and the same style of entrance you saw when entering into the log behind you, is left there.
Okay. Well, I guess the only way is really forward then.
Mm-hmm. After that occurs, after it says those words and the mystic dissipates, the glowing ceases, and the stone seemingly becomes inert.
Oh, you're the stone. Looks like I'm the navigator, so I say we head forward.
Okay.
All right. You are heading into the log.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You leave the Waystone clearing. And traversing through this, it feels like another several minutes. Though if you were to pay attention to your stone, in fact, barely any time passes at all.
Mm-hmm.
As you reach the end of this one, you are left in a area very similar to the clearing, though smaller, more squarish. Another clearing surrounded by these trees, the mist even thicker, meeting the end of all the, I'll say the wall-like pines. You could definitely slip through, but...
The pine trees?
Yeah, you could definitely slip through those.
Okay.
In all 4 directions, including from where you came from, there are 4 identical gigantic logs for you to wander through.
Is there another stone in the
There
center?
is no other stone. It is just a small clearing. There are a few rocks around. Otherwise, there are 4 directions to take.
Hyle's going to kind of wander by each of the directions and go, well, he said listen for the music, so why don't we go ahead and follow that?
All right. So, I will note some important things. For the purpose of simplicity, navigating the maze requires a few skill checks. The directions that you wish to take shall be referred to as up, down, left, or right. Up referring to south, but we're not going to worry about that.
Yeah.
Um,
Sorry.
Hyle as a navigator is the one that makes the skill checks, which will include both perception and survival. And the navigator cannot, for the perception check at the very least, cannot benefit from the help action, nor rely
fair.
on passive skill.
Okay.
There are several positions in this maze, the directions of which were randomly determined like 2 nights ago.
Look at the Lost Woods planning. I was like, oh yeah, we should probably reset the randomizer. Hold up.
Um,
I'll go back.
oh. So. We losing someone?
It looks like Snak's having issues.
I see.
Uh-oh.
Applying any spells or other features that will allow the navigator to benefit from to certain skill checks are allowable. You can also expend a Triforce point to roll a d6 and add it to the navigator's perception check. If the result is a 5 or a 6, that isn't expended. The Triforce point isn't expended.
And anyone can do that?
Anyone can apply that. Only one, though.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Because these
I guess.
DCs eventually go past 30.
Oh
Center point, I'll need one of those TPs then, I guess.
You do not necessarily need to do
There
perception,
goes best.
but it is recommended that you do. As for survival, when you make a survival check to, say, check for tracks of the forest folk that often make their way through this area, you can add your current maze position to your check. Specifically, your perception check.
Sorry, someone was talking to me. What was the... I heard some of it. It was... I recommended to use perception, something about adding 2 checks.
If you succeed on your survival check, you'll be able to add your current maze position to your perception check.
Current maze position?
Your maze position is effectively how far you've made it into the maze. There are consequences.
Oh, so if I fail, we don't reset from the beginning then.
The perception check is not required. If you fail your perception
Okay.
check, you will simply have to guess your next way forward.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I mean, I figured perception is probably the way to go in this instance. They're both the same for me.
All right. Survival can be done, and then perception.
By the way, is there like
Survival adds a bonus to the perception check.
by the way, is there, like, a map or a
okay.
grid for this, by the way?
No,
Okay, I'm just
I
curious.
will
Neither
be-
am mine.
I will be keeping track of your position.
I guess I'll do a survival check then if it's going to add, if I succeed.
Okay.
So, you want me to roll that now?
Does anybody want to add anything to the roll if they can? If you have aid, then
I know
just
you mentioned-
constantly do that if you want.
Guidance.
Or guidance.
Guidance. I know you said perception can't be helped action survival. What are rolling on that one?
Survival, I will say, can be, but only by people who also have proficiency in it.
So Bish.
So Bisht.
I think he has in. I know he definitely has in perception.
Let me check real quick.
I'm checking too. No, not survival for him. He just is rocking a
requested
flat
rolls.
+5.
Survival. Let's see. Where are you? I know I have a thing for this. Just have to find it. Target all proficient. Eon and Hyle.
Oh wow. Okay.
Okay.
Eon
he
does
does-
cook a lot, so he's got scavenge for materials.
Well, it used to be Roscoe.
I
Yeah, it
think
used to be.
I think guidance has something for requested rolls as well. If you're going to do guidance.
What's the difference? Is yours higher than a +5? It's mean between.
Oh yeah, mine's a +8.
Okay, yeah. I only have +5. So
He would have to do it anyway because he's the navigator.
I'm
well,
I'm a navigator.
I didn't know if it was a double thing or assisting or anything like that.
Yeah, it's advantage.
Okay. Oh, right. It wouldn't be adding to.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe the guidance works the same way as we tested with the Bardic Inspiration before.
Yeah, I have it set up. Does Rambu wish to apply guidance?
Yeah, why not?
You do have an effect for that. An effect that
This is
works.
So true.
Or should, anyway.
This is so true. Where scroll up to thing cantrips.
For the sake of
Open.
it, I might as well do this in requested rules, actually.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
So
That means we don't have to roll everything one at a time.
Here you go. I have a guidance.
Thank you.
And do not show the results.
I just have to remember which button is which. That's always the tricky one.
Maintain that. And I don't think it should show you the DC.
I don't remember. I don't use requested rolls too often.
So take this.
It does
Take
not
this.
show me the DC.
Okay.
This one, I believe. Nice.
Oh, that is more than enough.
Guidance is a choice, or is it the next one?
Guidance you can choose.
You choose to roll it.
I
so
don't think I need, so.
you can absolutely just yeah, there we go. 25. It was a DC 11.
Yeah.
It's DC
So-
11.
When you make this perception check, you can add 1
Mhm.
to the roll.
A 1. Okay.
Your current maze position is 1.
Oh, I see. Well, okay, I get what you were talking about now. That went over my head. Okay, I guess I'll just do this then. Yeah, I think we're good.
Perception DC was 14. You hear the this faint, joyful jingle of a 4/4 time signature, upbeat, coming from the left.
We're heading left, it seems.
All right.
I hear the music. 4-4, not bad. Wonder if we'll get to 5-6. The wacky one.
The wacky one. All right. So, your current maze position is 2. I should keep a note of that. Let me just grab a note real quick. Or would I just go to Notepad? That'll be easier. I did not think of how to keep track of this, in fact. Alright. Current MP is 2. Max MP 2.
I focused right reset and I didn't realize.
Oh.
Oh,
Have you been
you figured
talking
it
this
out?
entire time?
I said something about how 4-4 is nice, but 3-4 is what I'm partial to. CC made me listen to it all the time in case I ever had to go to one of the balls. They do a lot of waltzing at those things.
All right.
Yeah, fancy dress parties isn't exactly my business, so.
Damn. Okay. All right. You
Rolling for the random.
rolling for a random occurrence. Continuing on.
Captain comes back.
The captain comes back.
Us again.
Oh, you shush.
Going through the next area.
I have his skill. He can't.
You happen upon an identical area to where you just were.
Mhm.
The music has since disappeared.
Okay. We got 4 trunks, I'm imagining, then?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
For the sake of simplicity, every area will look exactly the same.
Gotcha. I'm gonna forgo doing the survival this time
Okay.
and just do perception. That is fine.
Does anyone wish to do any
Oh,
Triforce
oh.
points?
I will do a Triforce point.
All right. Roll a d6.
I still have the D4, by the way.
All right.
Yeah.
Oof.
Add 1 to your
Never
results.
wanted to be anything else. Gotcha. And then I will go ahead and probably use the D4 as well.
Don't bother.
Okay. It'll come back every time anyways.
Mhm.
It sure will.
This DC was 16.
Gotcha.
I did it. I helped.
And the direction of the music this time around is up.
So
Let's
the
go
direction
up.
we came.
Not technically. The same roll.
So May's position is now 3.
Yep. Your current MP and your max MP is now 3.
Gotcha. I guess I'll do the survival this time. Are you doing requested rolls? I kept rolling it myself. But,
Yes. Sorry.
I didn't know.
Let's see.
Because I kept seeing the staging coming up. So I wasn't sure if that was after I had already rolled.
Staging is an effect that is when you have an effect that allows for staging.
Okay. So you don't need to do the requested rolls then for that to come up.
No, I'm just doing it
Gotcha.
just to call for it and I know that you succeeded the check.
Understood. Do you want me to wait then for it?
Yeah, just give me a sec. So you
Gotcha.
want to do survival?
Yeah, I want to do survival this time. Last time was 16, so probably want to be a little more cautious.
Mm-hmm. Survival's DC goes up a lot friendlier, I'll say.
Yeah, and I get the
Make
advantage on
sure.
it, so
I feel like the reason it is friendlier is so that we can make the actual perception DC friendlier.
Yep.
yeah,
so
considering
let's
something
see,
it gets up to 30.
Where was it? Oh, I meant to not clear selection when roll is sent. There we go.
Thank you. Yeah, we'll go ahead and use the guidance this time. How do I do that? Wait, why is there 2? Oh, it was the previous rolls, wasn't it?
Has it been getting expended?
The guidance hasn't, but I think it was the other results. So when we clear those
Guidance
results out, that's already...
will be called for when you roll the thing.
Yeah, it was because I kept closing out the windows since I had already done it. So it was having the previous ones still there.
Gotcha.
I think that's good.
That's definitely good. Feel free to add 3 to your perception check.
Alrighty.
I would like to spend another. Oh,
I will expend that D4 if I need to.
You do not need to. The DC was 18. The
Okay.
direction was up again.
Going up. And May's position moves to 4.
Yep.
Okay. I realize I'm going a little fast, so I'll wait to hear if anyone needs to expend TP, because I cut Snak off last time.
All right. What is your decision now? Wait, before that. Before that, real quick.
Okay. Oh, yes, random occurrence. We'll see.
Not quite.
We're going to avoid all the direwolves today.
There's like a 25% chance of this happening.
It's I think you mean the regular wolves. All the dire wolves are in Barovia.
You know.
Sure.
Except for the ones that crossed over into
No,
the
they
Sword
would be
Coast.
the wolf dire.
The wolf dire. Oh, no. We're talking about the dire wolfos. My bad,
There
guys.
we go. All right. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I'll do a survival.
Survival?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just set the DC. The DC goes up
So
by
last
1
time
every
was
time.
18. Ow, by 1. Okay, so it's now 19.
I should be requesting
I
the
see.
perception from you, but fucking, you know.
I thought you did. My bad, then. I think I'm good.
You passed the DC 14. Add 4 to your...
Gotcha.
check. And...
Do you want me to wait for you for the perception?
Yeah. May as well.
Okay.
Perception... DC... Here. Alright.
Thank you. Last time was... Well, I got a +4. And I do have the D4, so I think we'll be good. So we're gonna go ahead and... Do I even need that D4?
You just meet the DC.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
I was like, I think I just meet it.
You move on to May's position 5.
Gotcha.
So that okay, never mind. I just need to not be lazy. What would you like to do?
Survival.
Okay, roll that while I roll this. Oh,
Gotcha.
never mind.
Occurrence? Occurrence?
Hyle, roll me a d6.
Okay. We're going high. No, we're going low. Oh, okay. Music's changed.
Okay.
I like the other one, though.
Yeah, well. As you all venture through this position, the next area is slightly different. Much more in line with the Waystone Clearing, the first area that you entered, though there's no stone in the center and the trees flank you on all sides. But you can't see the opposite side of you.
Did we mess up? I thought I had it pretty down by this point. Takes a look around.
Something feels wrong.
By the way, when I say take a look around, I would like to make a perception check.
Do so.
I would also like to make a perception check.
Go ahead.
I will be using the guidance on this one.
Okay.
You replace?
You
Wait,
re-roll.
I didn't want to replace.
You need to press the button that says guidance.
Oh, guidance. Okay, my
Yeah.
bad.
Chad's
And then I
A2,
roll the
and then-
guidance here. So it's going to be a 1, so it's going to be a 26, effectively.
When you immediately click it,
Or
it
is it
rolls
2?
without showing, and then you just press the once you click that button, you press the
Oh,
confirm.
okay.
So technically,
Gotcha.
that roll was better.
Yeah, it's a 27.
Yep. Um,
Okay, it's a little complicated. I'll probably get it within a few attempts to try.
you. Let's see. Fujino got a 21. Okay. The both of you listen in. You hear nothing. Just ambient noises.
Said something was wrong here?
We should.
Can I try and sniff,
I would
see if anything smells weird? Like undead, sense of undeath
Here.
and stuff.
The air is damp.
Does I get advantage on sniffy sniffs?
Sniffy sniffs?
I get advantage
Ow,
on
smell.
perception for smell.
Roll the d20 again.
Smelly smell. It smells.
The smelly smell.
Smelly.
You said you got advantage,
Yep.
Yeah, I'm rolling it
didn't
again.
you?
I just had him
Ah.
roll it again because he already rolled perception.
Gotcha. Okay, fair.
Quiet.
Damp air.
Damp.
What was
air.
Shahana saying?
Be quiet.
Should we keep moving? She looks behind her and sees that the log behind you has covered itself in mist.
Hmm.
Because we can't go back.
No.
Hmm.
It's no log forward either.
It's just consider it like, for a comparison, seeing down the street in Silent Hill.
So it's very
It is an
it's
endless
very-
way forward, it seems.
disturbingly quiet.
Hyle is going to. Is there any like rocks on the ground nearby?
There's stones scattered.
That's fine. I'll pick one up and toss it. Try to skip it a little bit down into the mist.
It goes.
Okay.
Um,
Oh,
Go forward and
could always
kill
use
it.
a guiding light.
I was gonna say just keep going until we run into something.
Yeah.
Fujino's gonna pull some rope out of her bag.
Okay.
Not gonna tie it, but she's gonna like wrap it around her hand a little bit, and then hand it to the next person in line.
Good idea.
Okay. So, as you wander forward, you keep going. And going. And going. It feels like you move for hours. Hours turn into days. Days turn into weeks, and I'm gonna have everyone roll me this.
I guess.
Gasp. Big number.
Big number.
Oof, it bounced off the 17.
Okay. Oh, it actually showed you the DC that time, didn't it?
It did.
Let's see. Success, success. Success on Shahana's part. Success. Bisht failed. Hyle failed. Eon failed.
Conrad roll?
Conrad rolled automatically.
Ah.
Okay. So I'm going to roll something for each of you. Where are you? First time I'm going to be using this.
Oh.
The three of, technically two of you, Bisht, Hyle, and Eon roll me a d10.
Okay. That'll be Bish's. Oh, my Bish. This one will be mine. Oof.
Hey.
Opposites.
Eon?
Is it high or low? Good. We'll figure out.
Yes.
This dice is determining how long your short-term madness lasts.
Oh boy.
Ah.
Oh,
It's
Love me
almost-
some
it's almost
short-term madness.
fit.
You know, it's
almost
ironic
fit
that
that-
Bish rolled a 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cuckoo, cuckoo.
Let's see. Going by direction, by who rolled first? As you guys keep moving, you hear Bisht suddenly start to scream constantly in a constant caw, as he is now incapacitated.
Oh dear.
I go and lift up the burb.
Now he can still move.
Can in fact.
He just can't take actions.
Now, the question: does he look normal but screaming, or does he look like he's freaking out?
At the same time, what did you roll? So he's going to be doing that for 10 minutes.
Oh boy.
His voice is gonna be ruined.
Eon.
Yeah.
Actually, everyone around Eon sees his eyes go out and he just suddenly stands still, as you are now paralyzed for 4 minutes.
I pick up the robot.
Can you pick up like 400 pounds?
Easily.
Drag robot. Drag
Just making
robot.
sure.
Drag robot.
I have a 600. I have a 1200 lift push drag.
Christ. Calm down.
Not
Calm
Conrad,
down.
Hyle.
Mm-hmm.
You look back and see this happen to the two of them. And you suddenly find yourself falling as you fall unconscious.
Okay.
As frickin' I rolled a 91 for yours.
91, really?
Snak.
I won't lie. I was hoping we could choose because I was gonna have Eon try to clean the forest.
I potato sack
Hyle.
Eon. I potato sack Hyle.
Don't forget, you can throw Eon in a bag.
No, I potato sacked the two of you over my shoulders, and I'm walking forward.
After about a minute, Hyle,
Mm-hmm.
you regain consciousness.
Want to
And-
fall?
You see, of course, Shahana standing over you. Are you alright?
Next to.
Yeah, just took a tumble, it seems.
Eon. Or I have both of them on my shoulders, so we could keep moving.
Don't you have to follow Hyle so you actually can't move without him?
Hold on. Shahana is going to go up to Bisht, and she's going to use her once per day greater restoration.
Here we go.
God!
Just in the
Let's
background.
make him stop screaming.
Bish is trying to pick up anything shiny he can find.
Calm down. Calm down.
Oh,
I
sorry. I was looking at the stars. They were very bright today.
I haven't.
John looks up at the very clear mist above you.
I haven't had a.
That one right there. I still see 4 of them hovering around my head.
I haven't had.
He's
oh,
pointing.
what is it called when someone has a bad when the drugs are bad? What is it called?
Bad trip.
Yeah, I haven't had a trip that bad since college.
All right.
Haven't had a trip that bad since Winterfest of 20. Don't worry about the rest of that
Oh
sentence.
my god.
All right. Seemingly completely unnoticed by everyone, despite your perceptions, as the 2 of the madnesses wear off, you find the area around you has changed.
Uh-oh.
No.
I
Back,
completely predicted this.
Good.
See?
back to the same kind of area that you were before. The 4 entrances around you. And the more you think of it, the more you realize no time has passed at all. Maybe a couple of minutes.
Bish is going to speak up and go, see guys, I was predicting the right future for us to take so we could get out of there. I just got so distracted by all of them that it took me a little bit.
You were screaming.
Yeah, I was calling out the stars.
Eon, you are still paralyzed
He is still potato
for
sack.
another
Is
like
this
2
a-
minutes.
Is this a seeing and hearing but not moving paralyzed, or is this a total?
This is
I'm
the
in just
paralyzed
a black
condition.
room? Okay, I was just making sure it wasn't something else.
You,
That would be
as-
unconscious at
as
that
the
point.
thing
Something.
states, you retreat into your own mind.
Can you guys hear me?
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
with that wording, I'll feel like
Okay.
he doesn't actually hear any of this bit if he's like,
Hmm.
in his own head.
You probably don't hear this.
Do we want to wait for Eon to get out of it? Give him
Yeah.
like 5
We
minutes.
can.
Eon's kind of helping you with the survival checks.
We'll see how long. We'll give it 5
Give
or
him
so
5.
minutes.
Did
After
the maze position? Oh, sorry.
Yep, you guys have moved on.
Okay, so it did move up to 5 then.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Alright,
As you
I will slide Eon down on flat ground.
wait a couple minutes, Eon, your eyes glow again, and you look around. You find yourself in the same area, like that previous experience was just a dream.
Huh.
You doing okay there, big guy?
Yeah, I was just thinking about what was it? And I was like, wait, we're not cooking. Damn it, that was a good roast. Yeah, I'll figure it out later.
Warforged Dream of rock roast?
Dream of rock.
That's a
roast.
pretty good one. No, it was lamb, you heathen.
I see. Rock.
Do Ancient Machines Dream of Rock Roast, a biography of Eon Hogo-sha by Lynn Stosfeld III.
That's really good.
Nice.
Biography.
Boy.
A case study.
A case study by Lynn Stosfeld III.
Good. All right.
He doesn't
So-
want to use his family's dirty money. He has to make his own now.
Let me just double check.
His family
Okay.
made money off of war crimes.
You do feel that as a result of roughly half of you experiencing this madness, a sense of failure comes over you.
What do you mean? It was 3. We have
What
7.
do I mean? I said
We
about
have
half.
7. Hmm. Did we go back 1?
Nope.
Did we net 1?
You, as far as you're aware, you haven't gone back, though everything looks the same, so who's to say?
Did we net 0 on this move?
You were in maze position 5, you were 4 before.
Yeah. Do you want to go ahead and get our guidance up on me?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I kind of expended that one earlier.
Please hold while I get the guidance machine
All right.
ready.
Do you wish to survival?
Yeah, I'm gonna wish to survival.
Alright, let me just double check the DC.
Thank you.
Maze
We
position
might
5.
survive.
I will survive!
No.
That's what I was thinking. I just forgot how it started.
First I was afraid. I was paralyzed.
Hey,
I retreated into my mind.
we might survive.
It really does not have anything set for not showing DCs, huh? Interesting.
I mean, it's not that bad that we see it. I guess the only time it would be annoying would be...
It was only for the saving throw, weirdly.
Weird.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, we'll work under the assumption that I use it every time and it reprocs, but that's a pain in the
Take
ass,
this.
so unless it's necessary. Nice.
Okay. Feel free to add 5 to your next check.
Alright. I would like to use another Triforce.
Roll that
TP.
D6.
Nah.
Add 4.
That was
You,
a really...
if it were a
So it's
5,
9
you
now.
would have not lost that. A shame.
That was a
Yeah.
really floaty dice, too.
It
Mhm.
was.
Nice.
Loady
Let me make
dice.
sure to open up
Alrighty.
ProStream. Not that it's important right now.
I will just wait for you to give me that perception one.
Okay. Perception. Perception.
Perception.
Let's see. Swear the DCs are getting past 20.
Yeah, that's where I'm using my points. I'm normally in a spot where I don't get to use them.
And then we'll go ahead and... Ow, I don't... Do we need it?
I did say,
We're
I
gonna
did say past
effectively-
20. You're one above. It was 22. The DC
Okay.
effectively increases by 2 the deeper you get.
It's effectively, we're under the situation where it's probably going to be used every time anyways, since she can cast it infinitely. It's just, do we need to go through the process every time?
Hmm.
No.
And this
No.
direction is down. Back
Yo,
from where you
Heading
came.
down. Let's hope we don't run into the spooky mist and have a bit more
Maybe-
accidents, huh?
Maybe we passed which way we were supposed to go because of the spooky mist?
Maybe?
So I would like you to roll me another d6. Hyle.
6.
There's also the thing of, like, this place could be turning as we go, so down could actually be, like, north. And if we're just losing sense of direction.
I heard about the trees and stuff that reshape themselves in certain areas.
Yeah,
It's
and
possible.
It's a trial, so, yeah.
That's funny. Okay.
Oh no.
As you make your
Oh,
way
no.
into position 6.
Oh my.
Position 6,
Shush your
rolling a
mouth.
6.
I thought it was muted.
With a modifier of 9.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Hyle.
Mhm.
From, let's see, from the leftmost area, you hear a familiar voice calling out.
I'll be right back.
What type of voice is it?
What you hear is the haggard voice of Ophelia.
Nah.
as you hear. Gah! Damn it! Come on, Hyle, where are you? Get back here already! Castletown needs you!
Mm-hmm. We are continuing down the path we are traveling, ignoring it.
You hear anything, Hyle? You hear something?
Was that only me who heard it?
That was the leftmost path in position 6, I should note.
That's
So
no
you
path
do not
in
know
position
the
6.
direction forward yet.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Give me a moment. Let's see.
Yeah,
I
just
will do
making it.
another survival.
Roll a survival.
Sorry. No, what were you saying, Snak?
You made a face.
You know, spooky forests.
1 sec.
They have a way of making all sorts of sounds, you know?
Okay. That is a really higher DC than that should have been. There we go. Here you go.
Thank you.
Because you were specifically the one chosen, you are going to be rolling this check with disadvantage, by the way. The perception check. It's very
Okay,
distracting.
I'd like to
You,
make a...
understood.
you do get to add 6 to your result.
I will
let's
be
go.
expending... No, let me do it.
Okay.
Because if I roll a 20, I get that back. If I don't roll the 5 or 6. So, and you've already spent 2.
Okay.
Where are they? One moment, I'm just looking for where I have them. Up here, they're closed.
Mhm.
We'll just put in a general one. Roll the d6, we'll see what happens. Hey, I get it back.
Yo!
6.
D6
So that
plus
is
6, apparently.
12? Nice.
Why?
6
Oh.
plus 6.
He put,
Right.
he
Gotcha.
put the
Oh, I
modifier
put it
in.
ahead of time. Yeah, my
Understood.
bad. I
So yeah.
have the 12 now in here.
Plus 12 in the modifier, yep. So here is... Perception, DC this.
I'm
Make sure to press
terrified.
disadvantage.
I have it hit.
Okay.
You know what?
Use
No, I'm
another
not going to
two.
have disadvantage. I'm using 2 to negate it.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Okay.
So I will unclick the disadvantage.
Guidance.
And then we're going to use... Do we need guidance, is the question.
No,
you know?
DC was 24.
Out of interest,
Do it again.
I'm going to roll to see what I would have gotten with disadvantage. Hilarious! 17 just keeps happening today.
Yeah. Okay.
It's because Rambu rolled a 2 and
Okay.
Fujino rolled a 5 or a 15, 17.
You move up to... And because you did not fail as a result of the whispers, your failure count does not increase by anything.
Nice.
Don't worry
We're
about
at
it.
position 7 now?
You're at position 7.
Gotcha.
How many do we have to get through?
Who knows?
Who knows?
28.
Let's imagine 12. I think at 28, we are destined to fail.
It means we're not supposed to get the sword.
77.
I don't know if anyone's supposed to get the sword. We should have had Bisht do it with his perception of yes.
Could not rely on his passive, however.
Yeah, but he still has a lot to work with even outside that.
Yeah, but then it's also what's his survival and
It's a +5.
It's okay.
Okay. Alright. Roll that survival, boyo.
Send me the survival.
Indeed. This DC is... well, it should be obvious. I
Was
say
it like 16
failing
or
to check.
something?
17 now.
Gotcha. Alright, it's up by 1. Yes.
Hippity hop.
Hippity hoppity. This is my property. I rolled the funny Bisht dice. I am going to use that guidance. So I will click that.
Okay.
I think that works. Wait, hold up.
Double click it. There you go.
Double click
Bisht
3,
apparently rolled
and
it.
then
And then
yeah,
confirm.
I have Bisht selected, so it's a 16.
Ooh.
That's a failure.
That's fine.
You do
Okay.
not get the +7.
That's fine. Can you hit me with narrative guidance, please? I am going to use I'm going to use a Triforce point for this, though.
Okay.
So let's
So
go
you-
to actions.
Okay.
Let me roll it just to see first. Ooh, it almost went to the 5. You saw that.
It
Mhm.
did.
A shame.
Let me do it here. Okay, so that's just a +1 and then TP.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
put
We'll see if
in-
we get our first failure or not.
DC 26.
We'll see. We'll see. Did I actually tell you which way was?
We will.
Oh yeah,
see.
down. And 6 was up.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Perception. Da. Ooh, this is gonna be a tough one. Now that you failed.
Yeah, well, how the cookie
Oh.
crumbles. And we will use this one. Oh, I accidentally rerolled it. Hold up.
Another
Well,
D20.
It is a 22. Or 24.
24 was not enough.
That's fine.
Sad.
Sad face.
Which
Where's
way
our
would you like to go?
when we need them?
All right, so narrow it down to 2, and I know how we decide.
I don't think we go left.
Alrighty. So do we want to go up or right? Or do we want to go back?
Eeny, meeny,
I'm
miny.
gonna throw down.
No,
Oh,
I have a coin.
you know what? No.
I have a coin ready. So once
No.
we hit it,
You
you
have-
two.
I defy fate. I defy fate. I pick right. I make my own path.
Did
Also,
you do the
as an
whole where you
as
hold
an
a stick and
aside,
drop it?
As
What
a
was
side.
what was Bisht's thingamahoo for today? Are we
Wheel
are
woe.
we
Oh, he
plus-
has
are we
Weewo.
plus
Weewo.
or- Are we
I
plus or
haven't rolled that
minus?
today. Hold up.
It
I
wasn't-
forgot about
It was not
that.
rolled
What-
today.
It's a. I think he's going to use that actually because I
Cosmic
forgot.
Omen. That is a wheel.
Evens or wheels?
I'm gonna roll that
Yo!
d6 actually, Shaded. That's fine.
Sure.
I completely forgot about it. Boo boo boo. We'll just roll
Just
it right
now
here.
Thinking about it, scrolling.
That
through.
is just enough.
Oh!
You want to know what's
What?
hilarious?
Wait.
It was right.
It was
was
right.
It was right
I
anyway.
fucking knew it. I carved my own path.
All right. So if
You
we
followed
had
your
it,
route.
Bitch just looks and goes, "Oh yeah, no, I see it. No, you're right.
Go ahead,
I
man.
can totally see in the
We're
stars."
both, Same.
Okay, guys.
Okay.
So next
So-
time we're between 2, let me know. I have my coin ready.
That was. I mean, in most cases, you're not going to be between. Anyway. Shut up.
Keep it up.
Nope. Okay.
Shooby dooby.
So, on to
Well.
position 8. What would you like to do?
What do I like to do? I think it's obvious. Give me that survival. Let's see if we can't roll higher than a
Okay.
3 and 5 or whatever it was before.
Survival is this.
And I think
do
I
you-
use that guidance, so
You might as well keep
Yes, please.
guidance bookmarked.
It sure
Yeah.
is. Here, I can
There you go.
just.
thank you.
Over here.
That's better. We're back. We're back where we belong.
Actually,
back, baby.
let me.
We're back, baby.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we're at position 8, right? I forgot to
Yes.
update it.
Let me actually unclick this, see if. Roll this real quick.
Sure. Looks like something
That
happened.
show you.
It's in a dice tower. Does not show me the result.
Well, actually, you're at 1. Okay.
Oh.
So
Oh,
that's not
no.
what I wanted for us. I don't know why.
I
it wants
burned
to
in that
show
one,
these.
so it's fine. It's not like it matters so much.
Not really. I just don't like it.
Stuffer.
What are you gonna do about it?
All right, I'm throwing another point in.
Hey,
You
take that point back.
don't lose that point. Add a +6, and I will get to you.
Alrighty.
That's perception DC.
You mean a plus 14?
How long does Weewo last for, actually?
It's so many
Nick
uses
roll.
per day, I think.
Yep.
But it
So,
doesn't
for a fish-
extend. Or no,
He uses
he
his
does it when he
reaction.
wants to. Gotcha.
He
So what,
goes,
that's
yeah. But its proficiency bonus
this
uses, I'm
plus
pretty sure.
14?
Ooh, we're getting
Must
into
declare before the roll is made. Okay.
Okay, so we're 28.
I think I'm going to have him use it now on me.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna
that's
also use a Triforce point. for
Okay.
another one.
We
Roll
I
a
thought we
D6.
only were able to use one
Can
at
we
a
do
time.
multiple?
Because
one. A person
Oh,
can
Fujino's doing
expend. Person can expend one.
But
Any
multiple people
any
can
number of
expend
people can
one?
expend one.
Oh, that's funny.
There's
so right now I have a plus 14 plus Weewo. Do you want to
Plus
expend
Rambu.
it? Are
Huh?
you sure you want to expend that, Rambu? Okay.
yeah, well, yeah, why not? I'm full up. Have
Add another
three.
+3.
Alright,
Then let
what's
me
the
just
Weewo?
drop this onto myself. Well, I gotta wait for him to give me the thing. And also, apparently he didn't drop it on me, so let me... There we go.
Okay, and you also got guidance.
That's weird. Yeah. Yeah, I have guidance up.
This is in there.
Okay. you go.
Shooby dooby.
For some reason, I had advantage still selected. Hold up. That's a lot. That's a big number. That's 25. I'm
20.
going to roll wheel. It's not
26.
showing up though. Hold on.
Because wheel automatically expire for some reason.
Also,
Oh, did it already apply?
Oh, it
already applied.
That would be a 26. Because it's
I will use guidance then. So that is a 29.
against that 28 DC. Confirm.
Guidance saved.
Riveting gameplay.
Riveting.
Yeah,
gameplay.
I mean now it's starting to get bare knuckles here.
That's why I'm saying.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Let's go. Can we get our
I'm-
guidance up? Thank you.
I'm amazed, frankly.
Never.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eh. Oh, would you?
Does Shahana have something she can add?
Shahana does not add to rolls, unfortunately.
Damn.
Doobie.
Hyle.
Mhm.
As the both of you move, as all of you move into maze position 9,
Yes.
you seem to notice. And by the way, you go right for this. Right? No, down for this one.
Down.
Down to the left.
Ah.
Down to the right.
Ah.
I can't believe I
You
got that
swear?
with even a 2.
You see what appears to be specifically you, and what appears to be also Shahana, sees a golden light
Mm.
going to the right.
Looks to Shahana. See that?
I do. As she's going to... Okay.
Do we see it? If
No.
I see nothing.
It... Look closer. If you wish
Sure.
to make a perception check.
Sure. Oh my.
Not you!
Oh, I
Not
thought-
you.
I thought I asked, what do you? I don't see anything.
You definitely don't see
I
I
anything.
definitely don't see anything. Hilarious. I know, Shade, right? Perfect timing. Unison. We're just going to do this.
Oh no.
Oh, that was terrible.
13 is not enough.
No, I don't think I catch what you're throwing down.
Just looks like a golden light. It looks like a wolf.
All right, that's interesting.
Anyways,
I'll head over there.
All right.
Yeah.
You go
Hyle.
towards the light.
Mm-hmm.
Hyle, where are you going? There's nothing there.
Ah, hold up. I'm listening in, you know.
Even just looking at this golden light that seems, as you draw closer, to go further in. About as far as you would expect for the other side to be.
Mm-hmm.
Even through the mist, you can see this golden light. It feels like the right direction to go. Something deep inside
Yeah, that's
you.
what I'm thinking. All right, guys, come on. Let's head this way. I have a good feeling about this one.
Okay.
All right.
Very well.
Rambu steps into the light and fucking explodes.
Yes. As you indeed go through the right. And
Because the wrong way!
it was the correct way.
Darn.
Mm-hmm. Position 10.
Indeed. As you are now in double digits. The golden light, as you go through, disappears.
Okay. Thanks. Anyways, everything looks the same about.
What do you wish to do?
I suppose we do another survival.
Shame.
We will meet, or not we will. The guidance, please.
Guidance
Thank you.
Yes,
Guidance.
please.
Yeah.
Has
So drag more guidance onto you.
the
More guidance, please.
The survival DC has reached 20.
Ah, funny.
That's 10 plus the maze position.
What?
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
I
Heck.
Just double checking a couple things real quick.
My computer
Gotcha.
will not handle both Fantasy Grounds and GIMP open at the same time.
Why do you have GIMP open?
I don't, but it's Hyle going to Rambu. Guidance, please.
I see. I don't know why you're having issues with GIMP. Huh, that's interesting.
No.
With both. That's interesting, though. It shouldn't
My
take anything.
You know my
Okay,
computer's
so
a crap stack.
survival is this.
Mm-hmm. Adralu!
Oh, no.
Guidance! Why did it roll in there one? Damn. 16 is not going to be enough.
16 is not a 20.
Wheel!
And so we going to go ahead and do this today. And then because she's going to get them back, he's not going to miss them. He's never going to realize they were gone to begin with, you see.
Here.
We're going to use one of these for him. I will roll the d6 for him to see. Anyways, as I was
What?
saying, we're going to go ahead and make sure that he never knows what the future is. And the past.
And the other past.
And the
And
other
the
past.
other pass.
So that's a 6.
Does anybody wish
I'm-
to do anything else?
I'm also
Or-
going to expend one for me.
Okay.
Yes. I will also
Quick.
do a point.
A shame. So that's... Oh my.
That's
Four.
another 8. So it's
So that's 8,
plus 14.
6, 14. We don't need the survival bonus.
I think we're.
I don't know. Plus
Yeah,
10 to the roll would have been real
I-
nice.
You know,
Yeah.
probably, but
Does anyone else want to expend something? I know last one was like 28. So I have to roll like 14 plus a d4. I got d4, but you know. And a d6. I do have the d6.
Oh, Zombie will never know if you only use like 2 points.
Yeah. And I've already used one and got it back immediately.
Yeah,
So
I
he'll
also
never
have-
know.
All 4 of mine if we need to.
You want to do one
You
now?
want
to
to be
you.
cautious?
Might as well.
Okay. Throw down that d6 and we'll see.
Okay. Let me tick off the.
You get it back if
yeah.
you roll a 5 or a
Throw
6.
it down first.
Oh, right. You get it back if it's 5 or 6.
Yeah.
That's a
I
plus
forgot about that.
14,
Oof.
plus 17.
Plus 17. Gotcha. All right. I am ready to
terrible.
accept this roll.
So if we had the
If
bonus,
no one else.
That'd be a
If we
plus
had the-
27.
If we had the bonus, I think we would automatically succeed by this point
yeah, it would be a,
with me
we'd have to
using
roll
both
a-
Weewo and if I roll 1, I still succeed with both Weewo and yeah.
We are in the 30 DCs, by the way.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah. Alrighty. Oh, it crocked. Do
Yo,
I? It didn't give me the option for.
It's a 35.
Oh, it's because this guidance isn't on me right now. Oops.
Well,
Is it not
That's
on
fine.
you?
Oops.
I thought
Apparently
it
not.
was. I thought
I-
I'd
Do we?
on you.
I think we made it.
I think we made it still, but you know.
I think we made it. Do we need guidance?
Did you want to apply guidance? Because 35 is not
If-
enough.
Yeah,
What do
I
you
would have
mean?
liked to apply. It's the
Oh,
situation where we're gonna apply it every time.
Sorry, no, 35 was fine. I was looking way too far down.
Way too far down. I see.
No, DC was 32.
Cool.
Wait, did it jump from 30 to 32?
You guys
Or
skipped
28 to 32.
position 9.
Ah. But
It has the DCs have no care about if you take a shortcut.
Position 11 we're on. Will it end at 12? How far? Because if it starts getting at 40s, I think it's getting a little steep there.
yeah. So do we want to wheel this so we have the plus 11 bonus?
It is going to be his last wheel, is the thing.
Mm-hmm. And you don't necessarily
Okay,
know what
I
else the
would
day
wait-
has for you.
I was say, could you do these after you roll? Because I think that would be more useful.
You have to declare them before with
He
wheel.
has to declare them before the result, or before I roll.
Okay.
I was taking a look at what Cosmic Omen's condition
So-
was.
Do you wish to survival?
Yes, I do wish to survival.
All right.
And I do have the
Ron.
guidance on me, so we're good there.
11. All right.
11.
So this is this. Here you go.
Thank you. Ooh, nat 1. I think with guidance we're good. I think we're good.
Confirm that. 23 is good.
Yo. All right, I'm throwing.
I would have
my
had to roll a
last-
1 to fail it.
Add an 11.
I'm throwing my last point in there.
So that's 14. Bish is going to expend 1 as well. Can you get me another guidance, Rambu?
Yes, please hold
Thank
as
you. Oh,
I
right.
throw
Right, throw this.
guidance.
Oh no!
Thanks.
I got the. I fucked up again. It's fine.
Well, it's
It'll now be a
plus
16 in total. And then
Hey,
we'll
look.
we click off that for him.
Alright, please
Where
hold as
is
I
it?
also roll a thing.
Thanks, Boo Boo.
Or 3.
plus 19.
19.
Did
Here
you call her
is
Moo
TP.
Moo?
Boo Boo.
Oh, I heard Moo Moo, and I was like, what the?
Okay.
Click off. Wait,
the
didn't I?
Previous one was
Did it
down, I believe I already mentioned.
was down?
Yeah.
Alright, hold on. Why don't I check back? Because I thought I
It
only
was...
rolled. I thought this was the second one for Bish. No, for the Triforce.
Oh, sorry.
How many did I expend from him now? Because I know I auto gained 1 back from that.
You spent
Did I
2 for
expend
inspiration.
3? No, for Bish.
Oh, for Bisht? I don't know.
I
You
think
should
it
have-
was only.
He should have.
I should only. Yeah, I should have 3 left. Unless I unconsciously clicked it off or forgot to unclick it last time. Might have done
Oh,
that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that is a plus 19 guidance.
Ready for the check.
I'm gonna keep a hold on that Weewo.
Okay.
So yeah, go ahead and roll it. I shoulda we walked. Guidance can save. If guidance is like a 4.
No.
Guidance
No.
couldn't save you in this situation.
Eon, why? We're losing 1. Oh, we could have been done.
Not quite. That is a
God,
failure.
A bit of a
You-
dick position.
So,
I don't think we've rolled above a 10 in like a while.
what direction do you guys want to go?
Second. Where did my
Yo.
coin go?
No.
Why
we're
are
not
you
doing
rolling a
flips
coin?
today. No sex.
No sex.
You have
what?
4
what
places
I
you can
heard
go.
Yes, we rolled the
We're
coin
going-
twice.
Okay, Hyle, what are you thinking? If we think the same way, it might be the right.
Okay, top is
Are you
sex,
thinking right?
Left
Yeah,
is
I
no
was thinking
cash
right.
value.
I saw what you were saying there, Chris. I was like, are you thinking right, perhaps because you used the word right in that sentence?
No, before that I was like, right, and then
I mean, could be up, could be left, could be down.
Left.
It feels like he's trying to dissuade us from going right.
Let's go right.
Let's go right.
You're going right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So, going through the right area. You wander through.
Mm-hmm.
You find yourself back at the Waystone clear, the Lost Waystone.
Oh fuck! Are we
That's
back at
fine.
1?
Well,
Are we
wait,
back at 1?
Wait,
It does not reset. I will be real with you there. But
Okay.
That would be bullshit if it
that,
reset.
that would be bullshit.
That would be a
Um,
rage quit.
I would also be very disappointed in that, and that's why I did not set it up that way. However, because that makes your failure count 3,
What do you
When
mean?
did we get 3? We only got 2.
yeah. You gain 1 through another means.
Oh no.
Okay.
What do you? Because we failed from the mist. We
Was
failed
it
going
because
through
of
here.
the
What's the
light?
third one?
It was
Oh.
because of the light. You followed the light without confirming anything first.
Oh no.
Okay.
Fucker!
Whatever.
I knew.
Listen. Listen, it's
Whatever.
fine.
Whatever.
You
Let's
never
just
trust
continue.
the
I'm not
lights.
going to argue about it.
As you go
Alright,
through,
so-
hold on. Don't assume anything yet. The path behind you and the path forward mist, and rising from the snow in front of all of you. About just under a dozen skull puppets rise up.
Of course.
As I share this map with you.
Please tell me you have seen invisibility at Rambu.
You know,
Well, I haven't revealed them yet.
the answer is
Mhm.
no.
I thought that
Can
you
be.
always had that prepared.
I do always have it prepared, but it's not up.
So, how are we faring? Actually, I'm gonna turn off that playlist. We're gonna go for break.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna
Okay.
go for a break.
I'll be
Into
back.
the
Gotta take
break.
the dogs out then.
Into a break, into a break, into a break.
I'll be right back.
So Shade,
What
I made Rio the background for my phone,
Yeah.
and they've gotten smart enough now that they can tell what's foreground, what's background.
Oh hey.
So Rio's head is in front of the time.
Neat. Yeah. I have like 6 encounters set up for this area.
Mhm.
I don't know if you'll be getting
Level with me, Shade.
even the 3rd.
How close were we to getting through this?
Oh, you're a few paths away.
Okay, so it wasn't like we hit 12 and we were done.
No,
Okay.
you would still have to go
Now-
through 12s to you still have to determine 12 to get through the end.
Yeah.
Now the
Okay.
DC goes up to 40.
Now, has the DC reset?
No, I'm. Well, you effectively know the way.
Ah. So we're just if we effectively get back to where we started or where we ended.
Pretty much.
Mhm.
I'm gonna
was
say
like-
about like 20 minutes has passed. I'll boot it up to half an hour, honestly.
Because, like, I was like, should we double check even though there's the light? And I was like, no, it'll be fine.
Okay.
Buffer.
Again, this situation could have gone a lot longer.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have just been adding a lot of modifiers.
Yep. And now we tapped everything out. So we're gonna start rolling shit.
Yep.
Not have the modifiers to back it up.
And I can remove... I can't really remove that one, because I think it actually resets if you accidentally go over. Uh... The things that can, actually, I'll mention, if the whispers were followed, your failure count would have gone up by 2 instead of 1.
Hmm.
And I was kind of sad when I rolled Hyle as the random person to hear a whisper.
Yeah. Why didn't you remove him?
Why would I?
Was he good?
There are 6-player characters. I was rolling a d6. I have things set for everyone.
Replace Hyle with Shahana.
No. Yeah. It about tracks that you guys lost with a nat 1.
If we had wheeled, we might have actually made it. And that makes
With
me
a
sad.
34, yeah, you probably could have. Yep.
Damn. Damn.
I'll be right back. All right.
All right. Rambu explodes.
Indeed. How do you feel about that, Rambu? Riveting.
Riveting. I think he went to go check his laundry.
Ah. Ugh. So hilariously, this entire area is designed where you can absolutely brute force this.
Uh-huh.
It's just multiple choice.
Yep, and we just have to keep track of which one failed, which one didn't.
Pretty much, yeah. I don't recommend brute forcing it.
Like, I'm surprised we got this far
Honestly?
in 2 hours.
I'm a little afraid I didn't have enough prepared for today.
Like, I expected us to be doing this until next second, honestly.
It could have very well taken longer. We'll see how like the rest of this goes. Because obviously, you know how squishy these things are. This fight's gonna take like a few minutes at best. Especially given that 2 of them rolled 19s on initiative, and most of them rolled like 2s. In fact, any of them roll 1s? No. Hilarious. Ugh. Ah. I am interestingly tired today.
God damn it, my focus red is like fritzed out 3 times tonight, and I don't know why.
Really? Is there power issues going on with your laptop or your computer or something? Or
Not that I'm aware of.
Hmm.
Like, I had something where it kind of did something funky like 30 minutes before a game, and it's cut out twice since.
Hmm.
But after talking with Sid, I'm adding the little cat's eye eyeliner.
Back.
Hiya.
To the thing.
Good thing.
To the thing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Little cat's eye.
To the roofs. Like where they have like the little line of red under their eye, and then on the side.
Oh, for your okay, gotcha. While we're on break and probably waiting for Devon, did you want to take a look over that thing if you haven't already?
I was reading it during the recap a little bit.
Gotcha.
I got to attire, I think.
How much of the badonkadonk is being shown?
That's up to Sid.
Yeah. I know, I think I was in the middle of body. And yes, it was within the first sentence, so don't worry, Snak.
Yep.
Good. Good. I mean, there's a reason.
I did not write
There's a reason you.
No.
I mean, there's a reason you sent that video.
Yeah, it's the go-to video. I think there's an easy reason why. Considering every time it's usually triggered by you saying something about it.
I'm looking for this lady. She's like this tall, this hair. Sorry, kid, I haven't seen her. She's got huge knockers. Oh, I know just the woman.
Why not a chick?
Okay, I'm back.
Good. Hi.
Welcome back.
Hello. She's got the giant knockers. Oh, I know, just the woman.
Something I kind of wish that Fantasy Grounds could add is like effective, like,
gun?
and it would not be fantastic, and maybe it's already in the thing, and I don't know. Is layering, image layering for going over tokens.
Yes,
Oh.
I've mentioned that before. That was
Also-
something I wish that was available.
I'm out of Triforce points, so y'all are on your own.
Yeah, I'm
Something
out. Bish still has 2.
Something else that would be neat, I was thinking about it, would be to get bigger pictures of like an enemy, like a zoomed in. Like say I would hover over a skull and hit, I don't know, like Alt or something, and it gives me a blown up version of it, so you can actually look
okay.
at what something is.
Yeah.
Uh,
There's the images that are usually linked to the sheet so the DM can share with you guys, but yeah.
Yeah, but then they have to do
Yeah.
it, or it'd be neat if it's something where it's like, oh hey, what's this look like, and I just do it because you know what I mean.
If you get the image log shared with you, then you can just take a look at it whenever.
Sure.
I could do without, I think.
That's fine.
Just an
That's-
idea that I was like, that'd be neat, especially for like some things like they're really cool, but once you crunch them down to a token,
Mm-hmm.
Well, where's the image that I used for the puppets? It's effectively just the image of the puppets from the game, but they're funny. Legend of
Is
Zelda,
7 back yet?
Creatures, not as far as I know.
Hmm.
Puppet. Bah. You got little capes.
Wait, are you sharing? Oh.
They got capes.
Where are those from, by the way?
Twilight Princess.
That's why I don't recognize them. Never got that far.
They are summoned by a Skull Kid that is
Mhm.
effectively guiding you through the Sacred Grove.
I'm gonna be honest, I thought they were smaller than that.
No, they're fucking huge.
I thought they were like Goomba size. Like
Here.
Shy Guy.
I think there's an image of them. A very low quality image of them. Twilight Princess puppet. Not Puppet Zelda.
Ah.
That's a lot of interesting fan art of Puppet Zelda. No, Skull Kid puppet.
Did you turn Safe Search on?
No. Why would I?
Please.
Oh, that's a badass image.
Oh,
Oh.
do share.
Hold on, that's part of a Reddit thread. Actually,
I
Ha.
don't know.
heckin'. See if it'll just give the thing.
Oh.
As a preview there. Hello.
Hello.
Whoa.
So Devon, you know what my next sketches will have to be spent on, right?
What?
Do you know what year it is?
Ah.
Oh no.
Oh, years.
Degenerate.
now the question, which version?
Degenerate.
It's a year of the rabbit, isn't it?
Yeah,
Sure is.
normal bunny girl. I'm not doing the reverse bunny girl.
Reverse
already-
Bunny
Wow, it's
Girl
my-
is bad.
Sinful.
It's awful.
It's sinful.
Degeneracy.
I hate it.
Then
It's a heretic. I was just curious.
It's just
heresy.
it's just a bad design, and it's heresy, and I
If I wanted to do something like that, I would have the one where it's just see-through plastic in the middle.
Well, yeah, that's If that gives you a rough estimate of the size of skull puppets,
It's supposed to be
they're,
that
like,
big?
yep,
Jesus.
they're huge.
Yeah. They gangly.
Some lanky boys.
Lanky boys.
What was I gonna say? Oh no, okay, I was looking at the other one you posted above.
Oh no, no,
The thread. I was like, Jesus Christ.
no! They're not
That's
freaking
some
titans.
Shadow of the Colossus shit right there.
No, they're still big
Yeah,
though.
they're fair.
Oh yeah, you know,
Uh,
seeing all these things, those are like roughly gargantuan size, right?
Yeah, man. I was gonna say, yes, Year of the Rabbit, lucky year. Also my year. Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello,
Year of the Benoi.
Yeah,
Benoy.
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 Yeah.
Anyway,
Some
Who do we Benoi first?
Bisht.
Yes.
There is one thing I need to DM you about this
Gotcha.
PDF. It is only one, it's just that you missed a detail.
did I? Understood.
Yeah. Not physically.
Ah, I kind of rushed the mental section because we had to start votes
Yeah.
up, by the way, for everyone else.
Oh, okay. Let me click that real quick and then I'll finish filling this out.
Unless, okay, never mind. All right. In which case, we get right back into it. I turn on my combat music. Everyone roll for
And we
initiative.
roll initiative.
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 I miss Rio's +8.
The unfortunate part about having a better initiative
There's a
score,
nat 20
I
for
have to
Eon.
go, hey! Get a TP
Yeah.
back!
Yo.
Make sure to tick it off, not tick it on.
I was off by like half an inch. I don't miss not having advantage.
Yeah,
Understandable. That's fine.
unfortunate part.
The best that they can roll is a 19 for initiative. This is not going to take long, I don't think.
No.
Hyle.
Alrighty, I'm gonna be honest. Can I just do a perception check, Shade?
Hmm?
To determine where the Skull Kid is at this point?
There's no Skull Kid for this one.
Is there not? Oh, okay, cool. You know, these guys. I'm gonna pull out Cerberus. We're just ripping through them by this point.
Understood.
Alrighty. I might as well go ahead and also make this the first one.
Okay.
The Gloomstalker. So
Dread.
you're the rabbit, everyone, right? Am I right?
Am I right or
because
am
he-
I?
It's because he called me degenerate and did not go along with the plan.
You are degenerate.
Okay.
There's nothing that I can argue about that.
But you didn't go along
you-
with the plan.
You can't miss these things otherwise.
Yeah. All right.
That's a hit.
I'm just gonna go ahead and expend one of these as well while I'm at it. We're just gonna. Where is it? There's so many things. There it is. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and. Yeah.
Understandable.
Understandable. Understandable.
I gotcha.
Yeah. Die.
How much HP does this one have? Not enough.
Not enough.
Yeah, 13. I don't think you needed that
Yeah.
death strike. Did it even roll?
Something didn't roll. Did I roll the longsword of certain death? I did by accident. It's. Yeah,
Death
they
strike
both.
didn't roll.
Did it not? No, it said expired though. It's because I rolled
I'll
the
be right
certain
back,
death shit.
Oh, okay.
So-
Death strike is a d6. Got it.
Yeah. Okay, so that's my second attack roll, and then we're gonna go over here.
All right.
And this time, let me try to roll Cerberus instead.
When you slice that puppet, it seems to turn to snow.
Okay. Now we're going to roll the funny damage. So,
Amazing.
anyways, I'm gonna use my bonus action to attack with the blade again, since I've already expended a key point this turn.
Mm-hmm.
Die.
Damage.
And we're just gonna move back.
Really? Bury the light right now? Okay.
You know what?
Sure. Why not?
Hold up. Let me cancel this movement real quick.
Gotcha.
I know how these guys work. I'm not interested in what they're selling.
Understandable.
I have 60 feet to work with. I
Have-
think I'm good.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, why Bisht not 5 feet off the ground though? There we
True.
go.
As it turns out, I did find out that you can set movement. With the movement thing, you know how you just do like speed plus whatever? You can do speed equals to set the movement to an exact
Oh
number.
shit! Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's useful
Yeah.
and way less of a headache. Anyways, hey Conrad, how you doing?
Oh jeez. Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Go
Don't
there.
worry, I wasn't in your way.
Shoot. Yeah, this will probably do. So like that.
All right. So
That's a 5 foot.
that's a 5 foot. Roll your attack.
All right. As soon as it gets there. There we go. Okay. This is the one we want. We'll hit that one.
You're the rapid guys.
So does that hit?
Huh.
So I don't know.
It would if it weren't a nat 1.
Dang,
Yo, you're
okay.
born in the other rabbit too?
Okay. This is fine. So then I'll hit it with the other one. Let's go.
hit.
that hits.
Okay. Well, I can still sneak attack, so that's something. Alright. Sunblade. And die.
I'm
Alright.
really glad that the chorus hit when you rolled damage.
Oh yeah.
Alright, then I'll just move back 10 feet.
Alrighty.
Buried the light deep within this puppet's corpse.
That one also turns to snow, as does the previous one. That's you?
Yes.
Gotcha. Eon!
Wonderful. I mean, there's no reason I won't rage. 'Cause,
Yep.
I mean, why not?
Go Angie.
I really should have gotten a one of the swords that's extra good against constructs. I just never did.
Indeed.
Hit you right.
Alright. Where do you want to go?
I'll go here.
You expend 20 feet, so you got 25? Or you got 35 left?
I have 35 left. I'm gonna reckless because there's no wooden.
Can you even miss without a nat 1?
No, but it's for other reasons.
He wants to crit.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Oop, I hit the wrong button, and now my cat's in the way. There we go. Oh, good. Not the great sword mode. I thought it was.
That is a
Where's
hit. Or that's some damage. Not quite dead. I think it's going to die. You do a lot of damage.
I'll move.
Another turn. Another one bites the snow. Do you want to go like 5 feet further? There you go. Rough.
Okay, sorry, my dogs are immediately wanting back in. Yeah, that's my turn.
You have 2 attacks. Oh, you used them. Never mind.
I actually, that's why I was hoping, that's why I was fishing for crits there so I could take 2 out.
So puppets. The time has come. The time has come.
No. No.
The time has come.
Where
No.
everyone can surround one person.
Oh dear.
Oh, good.
The time has come.
And so have I.
Mr. Nate.
Reckless.
The time has come.
Today's the day.
Today's the day.
I mean, there's a reason I put myself there.
Bah.
It's the night.
They keep missing though. Bisht.
Oh boy. Oh no, Eon's over there. That's a shame. I'm sure he can, as long as he doesn't run out anywhere, he'll be fine.
Oh
Uh,
no.
Let's just scroll down and go find a spell real quick.
Wall of fire.
Wall of fire.
Wall of Fire. Yes, exactly. I believe it
Fall
is
of wires.
Wall of Wires. I'm just taking a look because I can set it up 2 different ways.
I think you can just surround Eon and he'll be fine.
I can surround him, yeah. Like I said, I
hear
can
me
set it
out.
up 2 different ways.
Hold your action. Wait for all of them to surround him, then cast it.
That'd be
Yeah,
funny.
you're right. That's not a bad plan. Yeah, I can cast it up to 120 feet away, so yeah, we're just gonna go up. He's getting the aerial view to do this. Alright, he's holding his action to cast Wall of Fire for when they're surrounding Eon. Probably also, like, yell out to Eon, yo, by the way, I'm gonna drop something. You might want to move after, if you can, before I do. That's him for now.
Okay.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
I think you can just make a
Rambu.
perfect circle around him where he doesn't get hurt.
That you can. Let's see, where are the farthest
It's
away
bigger than that.
ones? Let's see, we're gonna just start throwing knives.
Oh shit, it's up to. Oh fuck, you right, Snak.
You can basically surround him and just have damage on the outside, and he is gonna be completely fine.
He
Yeah,
may
'cause-
take a good amount of damage, but
Like,
Hold up.
because
I
I did
could've
this with,
done-
Yeet.
I did this with what's her face
that's a hit.
in,
That's it. Let me get my blessed
Strahd.
strikes. Yoink.
except I think I had it on the inside of the wall instead of the outside.
Hmm.
Where we trap, definitely not
Yeah.
Irina.
Fire
Oh.
burns.
Fire burns. Pretty low damage, but you know. Alright, this one.
When it comes to vulnerability, that's a hit.
Maybe-
Will there
maybe
even be any to drop?
God, another one.
Will there even be any left for the Wall of Fire to be worth it?
Who knows?
Honestly.
That's a hit.
Have a rage. Be gone from this realm.
One.
It's a nice.
It's nice. Oh my goodness, that one is chunky. Chunky, chunky boy.
Shahana did not roll initiative.
You know what?
She did not roll initiative.
Shahana
Ha!
roll initiative.
Why did she roll it twice?
Dagger.
What?
Uh,
Why does she have an advantage on initiative?
Dagger of Warning.
Dagger of Warning,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
She wasn't paying attention.
What did she roll?
21.
You know
Oh.
what? I-
I
Yeah,
have that.
that's fairly high.
Shahana, I know I have that effect on people, but you really need to pay attention in a fight.
Sorry, I was looking at Rambu.
I was going. To, wait, what?
Understandable.
I was going to say just for the heck of it, Abyssal Gorge, but no. It would be funny,
It would be funny, but
but no. So bonus action, a whole lot of not much actually.
okay.
I'll even just like step to the slide to the left,
Okay.
and
In which
that's it.
case, we have Fujino.
Honestly, Sean. Oh, I actually get to go. Whack.
Oh yeah, no,
Right,
there's a 5, a 2, and a 1 on the
I'm
last
pulling out my
initiatives.
bow. I'm pulling out my bow.
Okay. That's a hit.
Mhm.
Which one did you? Oh, that one. Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
And then number 2.
All right.
Arrow number 2.
All right.
Here I was hoping I would have.
I think it's gonna die. It
Some of my
died.
Triforce points out. And that'll be me.
Hey. Skull puppet. is gonna get a +6 bonus to this attack. Let's fucking go. Let's go.
Wait, held action. No, I think
The-
we're waiting for the last one to get in.
Yeah, there's still one more. That is a hit with a 21. As that deals. Actually, that was. Wait, what is your AC? I may have fucked that up. Is your AC 20?
21.
20? Oh, actually, it misses because I added too many numbers. So this thing rolling a 1 on initiative is going to approach Eon. So.
Swoosh.
Light erupts from Eon.
I would argue that it can get its attack in first, but it has a 1 on initiative, so no.
Oh no. Alright, roll the save.
What are you doing? Get out of here. Bisht.
Bisht. Has he moved?
Yes.
There's only those guys. Yeah,
Yep.
I'll just go ahead and drop it. Why not? Around him, obviously not burning him. I'm putting it outwards. Let me make sure I have Bish selected first, huh?
Mm-hmm. They're all
Wall
gonna
of
fucking die.
fire. I just switched modes by accident. Wall of fire. Make me this funny save. Ha! Failure!
So one of them rolled a nat 20.
Wow.
Failure! They have a negative in dex?
Yep.
Oh, hilarious. They can't succeed.
Nope.
Hey, 3 of them definitely died.
And then the
at that.
wall of fire gets put up by the snow that they turn into.
Let me just go ahead and click off that spell slot.
And that's initiative.
Alright.
Gotcha.
Alright.
I'll save what I was writing then.
Okay.
It was all round of combat.
A single round.
Indeed.
Alright, then we make our way to that one.
I swear to God, it better be near the end.
So, as this all occurs, and like that, you in the span of seconds decimate these snow puppets. You hear the gossip zone say, "Uh-oh. Too bad. Try again. If you wish to know what your directions were, touch me."
Okay. We're just gonna go back regular. We're touching it, we're getting directions, we're going back.
Your directions were, as I double check your current, up to May's position 11. We're left, up, right, down, up, right, down, right, up, down.
Right down? Okay, hold up. I think it broke. Let me touch it again.
Sorry, I almost respoke.
All right, let's hear it again.
By
So
the
the
way,
start.
is this the correct path, or
This
the
is
one
this
we
is the
chose?
path that you took, which as far as
means
you're
even-
you're aware, it was the right path.
I'm saying this in a mechanical sense. If we get back to where we were, will we also have at least one fail?
Your failure count is cumulative.
Oh, okay, so that doesn't matter. Got
That
it. I
is-
thought
that
it
is-
was per run.
It's not. Okay, hold up.
I thought it was per, run at the thing, not in total.
No.
That makes sense.
It is left, up, right, down. I'll just frickin' post it.
Yeah,
We follow that.
You follow that.
I'm following that.
We go the direction that we went before.
Yo, is this a Konami code?
Up, down, left, right, left, right.
Yeah. AB.
Okay, start.
You come to the end and there's just buttons that are a B and an A and a start.
Yo, shit,
Alright.
when do we get in the Konosuba movie?
Don't worry, I got this. For some reason, Fujino knows it by heart. Callie had this magic item. They called it an NE. I think she said it was a Z. Or at least that was what
Anyways.
was written on it.
Okay. Do you
We
go
get back
those
to 11.
direction? You go back to 11. You dial it up to 11. What do you wish to do?
Good God. Survival, please. Also,
Survival.
guidance, please. I don't think I have it on me currently.
Hey,
I
yo,
do not.
Let me get you some guidance there, buddy.
Let me get you
Old
some
pal, old friend,
guidance.
Let me
Yeah.
I
get you
can't
some,
believe-
some guidance on you. Here you go. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
I can't believe
Not
Rambu
yet.
turned into Danny DeVito.
So you're going for survival. All right, survival.
Yeah, I think we
This
kind of
one
need to.
is,
Need
you're
that
at position
Big fat
11
bonus.
because you can restart this. Survival.
Restart?
Never mind.
Okay.
My wording was more to myself than anything.
Right.
As in, like, restart the number of checks that you make.
Hmm.
Anyway,
That's if
Take
we get
this.
kicked out.
Alright, we'll just... That's better. It was, I might as well use it just in case.
that is a success.
I would have gotten it without that guidance. Cool.
Not that it matters, it's a cantrip.
All right,
Yeah.
It sure
Put it back on!
everyone, throw your points in.
So, you get to add 11 to this.
Yeah, Bish is gonna go ahead and throw one on, so we'll see if he gets a... Oof, that was terrible. I can't
so
use
sad.
anymore, otherwise he'll realize that I've been stealing from him this entire time.
Eon, my boy, my buddy, old pal.
But he can net 20!
Also Conrad.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
my
you throw
turn.
it in.
You'll throw one in?
I've used
Roll a
all of
d6.
mine.
That's 12 at the moment.
4.
Alright,
16.
expend that Triforce point. Should be at the top of your actions tab.
Alright.
You said you're gonna do one, Chris?
Yeah. I was confused. I was like, didn't he just?
Alright.
No,
computer.
we can all
It's
do
for a
one.
person.
Yeah. That's why I was
Just-
like, wait,
Hey, take that back!
I didn't use it yet.
Okay, so that's 21?
Plus 21.
Plus 21. If we fail this, I'm
Alright,
going to be
let me
upset.
give you this DC. Okay.
I don't know how many is left, so I really don't want to use that Cosmic Omen now. But,
Understandable.
yeah.
Okay, here you go.
All I'm saying is that the
No,
DC
wait,
becomes...
hold up. Cancel that.
Gotcha. If the DC becomes higher than 38, I'm going to start questioning some things.
You can always guess.
You know these guys.
If it ever goes higher than 38, I'm going to sit here and stone face at you. I'm going to spam the emote.
Boom.
The highest DC is 40.
I am
That's
going to
fine.
throw my focus right.
Oh boy.
You're gonna do what?
I'm gonna throw my focus right.
Focus, right?
He's not having fun with it today.
I keep losing all sound for no reason.
Ow.
Have you already
Weird.
unplugged it?
Yes,
Have you
that's
tried
how
to-
I fixed it. Is
Have you tried a different slot?
I think we're good.
You.
I don't think we need guidance today.
No?
No, I mean, we definitely need guidance today, but not on this particular roll.
I mean, are you
sure? Do you wanna
roll it anyway?
I mean, I'll throw it down
I
D4. I,
think
won't spend
I think
it.
it'd be funny.
Yeah, it's 43. Damn.
okay.
Fucking plus 31. That's stupid.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
It's kind of crazy though.
Kind of bonkers.
I mean, now you can pass the will save that the stone gives you when we get to the end.
So you guys went right. It's left.
Okay.
That's left.
All right,
Okay.
we're at position 12.
You know what's really funny?
Go on.
That's what Fujino said. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
my
said-
coin. My coin said left.
Okay, so you said it goes up 2 every time, from what it seems.
Yep. So we're up to DC
Meaning-
36.
Oh my god, we go to 18 positions.
What?
No, we have to get through 12.
14.
So this should be our last 14.
14?
Oh God.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you said the DC went up to 40.
Yeah, the DC goes up to 40, but you were 34 before. 34, 36, 38, 40. You're at
Oh,
position 12
So
currently.
it's 16.
Yeah.
And not 18.
No.
Okay. My math.
14.
Oh, 14. Okay, 2
Yeah.
more then.
So
I-
3.
I'll use the Cosmic Omen on the last one, is what I'll say. Because I just don't want to deal with it by that point.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
I think I'm just going to use his points at this. I'm tired, man.
Mhm. We're pathing out where all the directions.
okay. All right.
Left,
All right. We're going where we need to.
Survival.
And we're getting that survival down because there's no way we're not. By the way, can you? Oh wait, hold on. Let me check if I expended it.
No.
I did
It is
not.
not expended.
Okay. I'm like, oh yeah, roll down. I was like, I'll throw down the D4. Did I expend that? I don't remember.
You know, for the... Oh, it does expend automatically. I don't actually have a choice in that matter. Never mind. Anyway. Okay, take this survival check.
I'm just gonna take a look at something real quick while you're
wait,
doing
shit. There you go.
that.
Can you do the funny key point thing on
No, but I'm taking a look at something else because I think there's something equally funny. Okay, cool. How long does that last? Hey, Shade, how would you like it to where I cast Enhance ability with Bisht, giving me advantage on these from this point
Hey.
forward
Why not?
for up to an hour?
It's not the help action.
It is not. It is not. It is it's a second level spell slot. Funny, hilarious, even. I'll do it after I've already rolled the advantage with this one.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and just do that guidance.
Yeah.
I think we're good.
There you go.
Okay. And we're just gonna click off a second level spell slot. We probably could have avoided the encounter if I did that before, huh? If I realized.
Potentially. Most probably, actually. That one is a really shitty thing.
That one's really shitty. We only needed like 3 more higher than that.
Mm-hmm. So you can add 12 to your roll.
12 to roll. I'm definitely doing this with advantage because of that spell.
We need someone to throw a point at it.
Honestly, probably. We got 2 more to go through, and I'm using Cosmic Omen on that last one. I'm Al. I could chance it and see if I can risk it for the biscuit and see if Zombie will ever figure out.
Risk it for the best.
Risk it for the biscuit. He'll never find out. He'll never find out. He
never.
doesn't pay that much attention.
He'll never know.
That'll be a plus 20 with your
15.
bonus with advantage.
20?
Plus 20.
20?
Plus 20. Oh, sorry. Plus 15, 23. 23?
Wait, we're at position 12 plus 3,
Yeah, sorry. I
which
was
is
counting your survival, so it's
15.
plus 15. Yeah.
Okay, and then with advantage.
Shana
Alrighty.
does she? I don't think so.
Oh wait, you wanted to probably throw that to me. It double
sad.
5'd. I don't
It
have
sure
any points
did
to
double
expend.
5.
Also, I didn't roll guidance. I don't know if guidance will save though.
No, it will
No.
not.
No. You're at
Alright, let's just go through this next encounter.
All right.
Let's just
So
get through it. I'm
Left
ready
We
to
can-
be done.
We might get lucky.
up is sex, down is no cash value.
There is multiple directions than 2.
Up. That is my vote. Up.
No, down.
I mean, me and Eon have been right so far, so
The
it's only been
time
once.
You weren't.
Yeah, but everyone chose that before.
Fujino was correct. She said left, and then you guys said right.
Sure.
Here,
Fine. We'll go up.
go up.
We'll go up and we'll see if Fujino's right.
Fujino was right.
Do some uppies.
Oh.
Okay.
good.
Congratulations.
Sex coin coming in clutch.
All right.
I feel I feel like he said it's right just so Snak would say it.
No,
I feel like that's the exact reason why he would say it's wrong, honestly.
Yeah.
That's fair.
All right.
listen, the D4s determine these directions. I'm honest to the
Alrighty.
dice.
Let's get that last survival.
Yep. I don't think I can do anything to help you with that, unfortunately.
It's fine. I also realized Bisht also has guidance. He's a druid. Of course he has it. Really? Yeah, okay, let's say we're saving that for the next one. Or did you want to do that on the survival? Did you?
You can't actually do that on the survival. You have to do that on the.
Oh, okay.
Other people is on. Other than the navigator is for perception. The
Like-
navigator can spend their Triforce points willy nilly.
He's
Oh,
definitely
got it.
using that on the next perception though.
I
So
thought
he
it was
gets to keep
survival.
that.
I didn't
Feel
know.
free to keep track of that. I will give you survival. First, you were afraid.
And you were petrified. Oh my god, it is
Like I said,
terrible.
It's not been above a 10. Like the roll.
I
Alright,
wish
let's-
Shahana could do anything about this, but she can't.
Alright,
It's your
Bish is
fault for
throwing
making the team.
Shahana, give us your Triforce points.
Bish is throwing his last one. I don't care at this point. So that's a 10. He's using Cosmic Omen on me. I think we still have Guided. No, we need it. Back up.
We have any more Triforce points to throw at this?
I think Conrad has stuff.
Throw
I
a
still
Triforce
have
point.
2.
There's a
So-
5.
Heyo, another
Happy
5. Keep
birthday.
that. You want to throw one for me, Conrad? So this is the last one.
6.
So okay, that's a 6, 4, 5, 4. So a 19.
Yeah.
With advantage, with Cosmic Omen,
With advantage, with Cosmic
guidance, with guidance. Go ahead and give it to me,
All right.
and let's watch it double nat 1.
It's already on.
I'm excited.
Super excited.
I can't wait for us to have to.
I don't know why it automatically expires
Fine
when
again.
I give you that. That's weird.
Yeah,
I'm
that's a
adding the
little weird.
dice to it.
I'm just making sure of anything else I'm capable of doing in this situation before I try. No, we're good. Okay. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Well, I think we succeed actually, no matter what happens at this point.
You succeed.
Yo.
Guidance, and we're doing the.
There's a 40.
Oh, yeah, I already did. It was the 40. We
did it.
succeed. Get us out of
Only
here.
one failure.
Avoidable failure because I miscalculated. I may be bad at math.
I will say you would not have met the failure threshold if you had failed again.
Yeah, of course. We
Um,
have to go through every 3, don't we?
3 then every 2.
Oh, okay.
So, boy oh boy, Eon mapping out that thing, huh? The correct direction once again is up.
Let's
Yeah.
go
Okay,
up.
so it's left, up, right, down, up, right, down, left, up.
It's a magical force, doesn't need to make geographical sense.
It sure don't.
The Great Deku Tree, if he had a middle finger, would give you the middle finger.
You know what the Great Deku Tree would do? You know what's at the end of this? What's at the end of this is another stone that we touch, and it goes, "Would you like to rate this 5 stars on Yelp? How was your review? Can you write a review for trial. The Greku tree.
Did you enjoy your customary- Did you
I give it
enjoy the
half star.
customary snowball fight?
We
Rate-
didn't even have a snowball fight.
We
rates
burnt all
it
the
rates it a
snow.
1. It automatically changes to a 10.
A 10 out of 5 stars.
It throws a 0 on anything.
Like your complimentary snowball fight. Fucker, we didn't even get that. I don't know what you're talking about.
That was the puppets.
Yeah, no, we
There was
didn't-
no snowballs.
There were no
Alright.
snowballs. Fire.
Alright, guys.
Could have
didn't-
been a snowball fight.
You eventually come in through and you guys avoided like all the fun encounters that I have for you. I should have made like the Staff Host and the Ice Devils earlier.
Yeah.
Damn. Rip.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, they could
Ice
still be
Devils,
a
the
thing.
CR13s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, truth be told, they could still be a thing.
later.
Chris, no.
Eh.
After we get the funny sword that completely fucks them up.
That's what I'm meaning.
Indeed.
Oh.
So, why is this music so goddamn intense? Get out of here. You're going into the most sacred area, or one of the most sacred areas in all of Hyrule, and it can't even.
Should have put on
Yeah,
a new
sure.
air track.
Yeah,
Sure.
but it's also
Why
like
not?
getting
Sure.
messed up, and maybe it doesn't look amazing. Maybe it's starting to get decrepit or something.
Yo, looking around, even with the mist, this place is beautiful.
Yep.
Moving through, you indeed find yourself at a area that is very similar in nature to the entrance. Though there is no path, no stone in the center. Interestingly, the way is warm. Well, warm-ish. It feels more like the early winter days anywhere else versus the damp, cold weather that you've been dealing with in the Lost Woods. That shiver in your spine is no longer there. At the opposite end of this large grove, the snow begins to melt. The trees at the other end, where the mist remains unseen, are green. A ray of sunlight shines over a path that appears to lead through summer trees, as if the cold grass of winter had no chance to touch this enchanted forest. You hear the sounds faintly of animals around you, moving, deer prancing, birds chirping. Serenity. What do you wish to do?
There's only one thing I in the situation, Shade, and I was holding myself back.
Yeah?
The flowers are blooming, and on days like these, kids like you should be burning in hell.
What?
Well, one of us already is.
Alright. Hey, it is the Megalovania forest.
Sure. We'll go with that. I understand, Undertale.
I got that reference.
I
gonna have
completely
a bad
understood
time.
everything that was being said there. I guess, I mean, we proceed forward, really. Unless we wish to turn back around.
I was wondering, is there
Turn back
another
around, Ice Devils.
stone?
Nice.
I
So
said
many.
there was no stone.
Okay, I didn't catch that. Because I was thinking maybe it's something to put the stone back on, you know, as you completed the trial type thing.
I didn't take anything from it. It was just
oh,
like,
right, I just told you. Duh.
yeah,
I kept thinking you took a stone from it.
no.
See, hilariously, if anyone else decided to touch the stone, they would have become the navigator instead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I went to go touch it immediately.
Yeah.
Because, see, Fujino's survival isn't good, but her perception is pretty decent.
Oh yeah. Pretty decent as in +9.
Oh, one above me.
See, if I had allowed it, you see, Shahana would have been the better one
Yeah,
That's crazy.
with her +12.
crazy, crazy. What's her survival though?
+4.
Yeah, that's pretty right.
Yep.
Okay. So, does it look like we have a way forward from here?
There is a path bathed by summer sunshine.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm so glad we're here. Now, hate the winter.
I better not
Oh.
catch you stripping off your coat and everything.
You say that. She's already has her coat off. Is in the middle of trying to, like, undo her leggings.
I didn't catch her doing it. She already did it, so hey, guess she beat me
Hey,
there.
coat, rest days, otherwise you'll have to put it back on when we leave, and that'll be annoying.
Fine. She puts everything back on.
You can undo the coat and have it hanging off. Think of like a cape. That's fine. The rest will be annoying if we have to leave. Thank you. Sorry, I got a little annoyed there with that the maze.
The only question I have after that is, yo, how did Link get through there?
Chosen one
Carefully.
had special. It'd be really funny if he actually failed through and just killed everything in sight that tried to attack him and just
Link
forced
brute
it.
force through the wall. He failed 40 times in a row, picking every direction possible.
Yeah, I can see Link doing that. We should ask him when we get out of here.
Well, no, so it's not going the wrong way doesn't like not have you progress. At least that's the way I understand it. So he just had to fight every. Let's see.
He probably also had Minarin's help.
Be like 8 battles, give or take.
Mm-hmm. But he also probably had Marin to help him. Or he just skipped all of this because he's the hero.
Yeah, that's also no. He did say he had to do it.
Mhm.
Fair.
And also the way he said it might be dangerous makes me think he brute forced it a little.
Okay. So how many times? That took us what? 15 rooms?
Rooms?
Like how many? Like how many rooms did we go through?
13.
No. I'm saying with the repeat.
With the repeat?
Yeah, not counting doubles.
Oh, how many directions you went? Okay.
15? 16?
14 because you only missed one.
Hmm.
The really long way didn't count because that was an illusion.
Got it. Yeah, then yeah, make our way towards the path, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're off to see the tree, the wonderful tree of wherever we
So,
are.
Wonderful tree of Deku.
walking through this path, you are suddenly hit by the warmth of a summer day. The air is quite humid, as you'd expect in a forest this dense. The pines and the spruce trees all around you. Birds chirping. Something moving.
Yeah, and this is where I don't wear pants or sleeves.
You do have something under pants, right?
I wear shorts. But I don't wear pants.
I just had to make sure.
I'm just saying, if you take this A, don't leave it somewhere. B, could get dirty. C, we got to put it back on as soon as we leave.
Fine.
Thank you.
Who has? Frankly, Bisht. Bisht notices
Frankly,
all.
just Bish.
Bish
Nothing
notices
is-
it all. We realize he doesn't blink anymore.
Nothing can escape.
You begin hearing chatter up ahead. Movement, heavy movement, a lot of voices.
Are they speaking in particular language?
You can't really make out anything in particular due to your
Relative
general
distance.
location, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, just keep moving towards that direction.
As you are moving, there are ruffles in the branches above as suddenly 5 small figures looking like children drop from the trees above, seemingly wearing this camouflage clothing and face paint. They point these wooden spears at all of you. Halt! Who tries to enter the Kokiri forest?
I'm going to speak up in Deku and go. Oh no, the lollipop.
The lollipop kill.
I see. No, it's the Deku equivalent to the bombers.
Oh,
I'm gonna speak up in Deku as I put a hand up and go.
Oh,
You be quiet.
Okay.
no. Oh,
Yeah, man. Sure.
no,
Don't
they're
speak in Eldritch
O's.
horror.
He's saying it backwards.
Don't speak in Eldritch horror.
No,
That is
they're
cursed
all
dialect here.
Okay,
Not
okay,
close.
bring it in.
Okay. I'm gonna put a hand up, like, kind of wave and go, and Deku. Just some soon-to-be heroes passing through on the way to meet the Gate Deku tree.
my name's
This-
Fujino. What's yours name? What's y'all's name?
None of your business.
Nice to meet you, Nanya.
I didn't think Deku's had
she's with
last
you?
names. Kokiri's. You know.
Heroes, huh?
I mean, this guy is. She'll elbow Hyle in the side.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust that.
I mean,
Last hero who came through here died.
I mean, we made it here, didn't we?
Last hero that came through here was the person who led us into the place to begin with.
The guy that died?
Yeah, he got better. I mean, define better, I suppose. Not dead? Yeah, he got better.
Hmm.
He felt like it would, he would bring shame, we'll put it, if he came in here the way he is currently.
By the looks of you, y'all made it through the Lost Woods relatively unscathed.
yeah, it only took us 14 tries.
Sorry, I'm just he's just getting slightly more mobster.
Yeah,
Fair
well, you
enough.
know, we got
Well-
some good directions, especially from the Deku that the Skull Kid we came across.
Oh, you trust a skull kid? Come on.
No.
I seem
trust
like a
him-
good man. Child.
I trust him as far as I can throw him, which, to be honest, is actually pretty far. Anyway,
She's with you?
No.
What's
he
she
was
doing
just
here?
To stop by. Oh, her? No, I thought you meant the Skull Kid.
Ah.
I mean, he warned us about the, a little bit of an army of, Stalfos. I mean, previously existing army of Stalfos beforehand, so yeah, I do trust him. I mean, as far as I can hold a tune with him, so
Also, we killed a skeleton before we came here, if that helps any.
yeah, that was
Forgot
the
his name.
Stalfos I mentioned.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh, he had a name, I just couldn't remember.
Did he?
I think
Huh.
he did.
First news to me.
So what do these future heroes call themselves, aside from Fujino?
We're Golden Harvest.
I assume
Yeah, I
that's a guild
suppose that
name.
is collective. Yeah, that. Well, you said yourselves, Magic Collective.
is
I was
our-
going to
that is the-
introduce the rest. So, my name's Hyle.
Out of character, does anyone else know Hyle's real name?
No, I'm aware.
Shahana, maybe?
Eon Conrad, because Ophelia said it to the group.
With
And
like everyone
Rambu?
there.
I think.
Except for Lid.
Everyone except for Lin and I guess Fujino.
Did Ophelia say it? Oh, okay.
Okay.
To the group?
I'll-
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I was just curious because I feel like not lying, but also just thinking. Okay. Eon.
So you're traveling with a weird dragon girl, a demon-looking person, and a robot.
There's also, and
Use
then
me.
I'll with a. You can be rude. It's his place right now. We have Conrad, Bisht, Shahana.
Hi.
I mean, yeah. Do you have any problem with it?
Also, yes. Any weird problem you need for us to fist fight this over? Because I'm not having you. So
Oh no. Let's be a little bit more polite here.
I mean, he just insulted her. I'm not gonna exactly hold that down.
I mean, I call myself a dragon girl, but you think with who raised me, that
I mean,
I would
it's
have a
the-
little bit. He'd be a little bit nicer.
It the connotations.
Well, for what it's worth, he takes his spear and stops pointing it at you and just plants it in the ground. Yeah. Sorry. We've been expecting you.
Oh,
Oh. That's a pleasant surprise.
Tree knows all that happens in the forest.
Of course.
You've all made your intentions known. You're after the sword, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Hey,
I
thanks.
mean, we're gonna need it when we go into the giant worm tower in Castle Town.
Alright. Come on. At ease, man.
But
Here.
by the way,
Hmm?
question: just because it was in recent news, did you have like when you're all defect and go work for a witch or something?
Defect is a bit of a vague term. Some
They said a purple Korok
Uh,
did some stuff.
and then a in green Kukiri also assisted. So I didn't know if you knew anything.
looks down to self wearing green.
It's like a yes, I know. That's why I was curious.
Ugh.
Don't know anything about a purple Korok. That seems like they have an infection that they should get fixed.
Do I... Oh no, I'm purple
Kokiri-
too.
Kokiri go off on their own.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
purple too.
I-
Do I have an infection? Am I sick? Am I gonna die?
No, it's
One day.
they're- I mean, everyone does. Maybe I don't know if I'll try to die before you all. That's beside the.
You already have.
Uh,
Don't do it again.
You want to come in now, or are you just gonna bicker
Yeah,
between yourselves?
yeah.
Falling
let's-
over. I'm falling.
He
Go
starts
in.
walking in.
I just
So-
leave them two behind for a bit.
No, she's walking and arguing with Eon, saying, "Don't die before me again. I'll kill you."
Sorry, just the sentence.
I see.
Falling.
So, wandering through, you were led in through another couple hundred feet of forest, which sort of slants seemingly down a lot. In just in the distance, before you even see any other scenery, you do notice what appears to be strangely blossoming leaves, a part of a big tree in the distance. Below all that is a large clearing of houses made of gigantic logs, the stumps of them, all going up another hill. A pond seemingly at the effective middle layer where it flattens out a little bit and then proceeding to go up further on into what looks like a pathway at the opposite end. Within this area, there's hundreds of orange and green haired, seemingly children all around, wearing greens, browns, seemingly made of cloths or whatever natural material is they could put together. All working, playing in the nearby playground, swimming in the pools, shopping around at the shops at the near the pools. In fact,
Did you say pool?
And as soon as you hear see all of this, you hear you hear all these sounds. One of them spots you. This is very intense music for this situation. Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's better. You stop hearing any of the noises as everyone seems to stop and stare at the strangers that have just arrived.
Hi, everyone.
They get a little nervous about outsiders.
My name's
Understandable.
Fujino. Nice to meet you all.
I'm sure a lot of people would be nervous around her.
Hi, Fujino!
Hello.
A female-looking Kokiri calls out.
Hello back to you, random citizen.
As soon as you call back out, they get back to work. To their work and play. Yeah. We're simple people.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, follow me.
Right?
I'm not a tour guide, so I won't give you the full fun tour of everything.
Oh.
What a shame.
Playgrounds. Damn.
Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of time to work with. Otherwise, I would try to find a tour guide.
Yeah. Good luck. Basic rundown. Here we are in the Fado Square. Don't know why it's called that. Something about like Kokiri thousands of years ago that frickin' was like friends with a hero or something. I don't know. Over there's the pond market. It's called that because there's a pond with a market surrounding it.
Mm-hmm.
There's the Mito playground. It's a playground. Everywhere else is like housing. No special name.
A few landmarks. Nice.
Hmm?
Well, if we ever have to come back, do we have to redo everything we just did, or just follow the way we did this time?
Going back through the forest?
No, like if we ever want to come back here.
Depends on if you're welcome, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
I've left the forest like twice.
Got it.
Anyway, follow me. as he leads you down through a few of the landmarks that he noted.
Mm-hmm. Not a bad tour guide.
Don't patronize me.
I'm not paying you.
Well, I will stab you with this sharp stick. Thank you.
He's really good at dodging.
Is that a challenge? Maybe another time I'm willing to take you up on that, but probably should keep moving, huh?
I'm better at fighting people without weapons.
Uh-huh.
What was the name of? Was it Hestu who I would fight in?
I thought.
Yeah. The buff
Do you
Korok.
know? Do you know Hestu?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I
Hester.
fought him a bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fun. They're fun to fight.
Sure. Freaks of nature really band together, huh?
So you want to say that again?
Nope.
Sure about that?
Yep.
It's a
You wanna go for a
Good
swim?
answer.
Maybe later.
I got my eye on you, kid.
I'm fairly certain I'm older than you.
I'll throw down with an 80-year-old in a parking lot. I don't give a fuck.
keep an eye on you, kid.
I may look like a Hylian child, but I'm, this year, 593.
Shade, random
Well,
question.
you
Just
sure
to
you
make
should
sure
be
I'm not
provoking?
mistaken. Is the War of Eon from 1,000 years or hundreds of years? I always forget.
Getting close to 1,000.
Okay, that's what I thought. I always forget.
Are you sure you should be provoking all these young kids, old man?
Age is relative for a spirit. So it really gives us a benefit when we're walking around because nobody's gonna punch a kid in the face.
I mean, I've known a person or two that would punch a kid in the face that reply like you are, but that's beside the point. They weren't nice people.
Ah,
I just think before you start calling people freaks, you just don't call people freaks. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, to be fair, from my perspective, you're all freaks.
She looks normal, he looks normal, and he looks normal.
Normal's relative.
Then that's not being a freak.
I mean, I didn't ask to be born like this.
Eh. Anyway, moving on from this awkward conversation. This is the
Yeah.
path to the Great One. He points up at the giant arch that you are now standing in front of.
You take this path and you reach him?
Pretty much. I'd say don't kill him, but good luck.
You know.
I mean,
Hey, we're
Uh,
not some random arsonist who's planning on setting a forest on fire or anything. So I think you're good there.
The fact that you even bring up that suggestion is concerning.
I mean, you gotta to be honest. If you make a suggestion like that, what's the first thing you'd think of that would even remotely get close to doing something like that? Probably arson or malice, and I think one of those is already proving to have its toll, despite being held back for plenty of time.
Hey. Shh. We don't like to freak out the citizens, alright?
I suggest we move on with this conversation then.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of Koroks in there because that's where they stay, pretty much.
Mhm.
Otherwise, have fun. Don't get killed by the
Always.
sword, I guess.
always.
Don't plan on it. I've had my fair share of swords this tried.
True.
I'm just not gonna have fun. He begins walking away.
Enjoy your swim!
And if you don't, I'll make you enjoy it.
Yeah, you fucking assholes.
You were an asshole first.
He doesn't respond. So,
So,
Archway!
archway.
archway.
What a great
Yes.
segue!
Yes, we now have an archway.
Yeah.
I mean,
Also an arch enemy.
insult Fujino. She will be ready to throw hands.
We have an arch segue?
I said an arch enemy.
Yeah, I know. I didn't, never mind. The joke went over the heads.
Oh, I got it. Took me a second.
Yep.
The jokes went over the archway.
Yeah, exactly. Just like we are.
What?
Anyways, about the archway.
About that, like you're about to, kid.
Okay. So, effectively, it's another structured formation of trees that leads through. As you continue, you hear jingles in the trees surrounding the pathway, and you feel eyes on you. In the corner of your eye, Bisht, you see what looks like a large leaf moving.
Guys, I think the trees are trying to say something.
Do you speak for the trees?
I can, I guess. Do you want me to?
What happens if we disrespect them?
What happens if we disrespect you, Bish says without casting that spell?
We'll hit you.
Oh,
Don't
you're
hit us.
talking about Koroks. I thought you meant actual trees.
As you
I mean-
hear a bush shuffle.
Shuffle,
Hi everyone, my name's Fujino. I would fight Hestu a lot in the fight pits up in Limbard.
Limbard, what a long name.
Okay.
Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you too.
Do we just continue on the path to get to the sword in the Great Deku?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Have a good one.
Okay.
Ease on down the road.
You continue down?
What is the best way to avoid awkward conversations?
Hello, my name's Fujino. I think that's a pretty good lead-in, honestly.
To make it even more awkward.
It's worked every time thus far.
I don't know if that has the same energy of bursting into a library full of
Oh my
dragon
god.
people screaming,
Honey,
"Honey, I'm home."
What? Scroll snaps shut.
I mean, if I get the chance to, I definitely will when we go back to Forte.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
As you continue on, a thin mist scrawls over the rather tall grass beneath your feet.
I know I
as
can't
you
see.
get up
Grass is too
to
tall.
you get up to a roofed clearing.
But it's not a clearing if it has a roof.
Snak.
Yes.
Let me describe.
Sorry. Continue.
As I'm going to... Okay. You see, leading up to that are these fine blue and white flowers.
Oh.
As if planted like a garden around a very large, smooth stone... not smooth stone. Marble pedestal seemingly untouched by the elements. Stairs that lead up at 2 steps to what appears to be the engraving of the Triforce symbol, at the center of which you see a pedestal. Emerging from that, a sword with a gleaming blade, whitish, polished metal, leading up to a seemingly winged handle, centered by a gem. Handle? Hilt. Blue in color. For anyone who knows really anything about the stories of the past, would recognize this as the Blade of Evil's Bane. Beyond this, a gigantic tree trunk that you can't quite see the top of with the root forest, but or the roofed clearing. But it appears a ray of sunlight specifically hits beams down onto the sword from where a clearing may well be. What do you wish to do?
Approach.
Hello, Mr. Great Decker Tree.
At what point do you say this?
Immediately as we're walking towards it.
As you say this, you hear a slight rumbling, like a groan, as if the entire woods has just awoken. The trees seem to liven up suddenly. Buds that were not quite grown suddenly grow into flowers. And a sound like an old man stretching can be heard from the trees around you, and specifically coming from the giant tree in front of you. As you draw closer and closer to see more of this gigantic tree, probably the biggest tree that you've ever seen. You do see what seems like the shapes of eyes and potentially a gigantic mouth in the face of this tree.
Oh. I am Fujino.
Hello. You who wanders into the forest. I am the great Deku Tree. It is a pleasure to meet all of you. Heroes in the making.
They use that wording that I used earlier, huh?
You are here to claim the blade of evil's bane you see before you.
I mean, this guy is. I don't think you would really like me very much. Not a lot of people do.
Hmm.
Oh, then.
Which, as is talking, it's not telepathy. The giant wooden mouth is moving, quite animated.
Man, he's so cool.
Anything in particular we need to do to pull the sword, or just ride up and put both hands on it and just pull it right up?
In your possession, you have everything you need to begin your trial.
Is it only him or a group effort?
The companionship is important in a hero's journey.
Sorry, just I imagine him going, what? What?
What? Oh.
I
Wisdom
can't see
correct.
anything that's not made out of organic materials. Who is speaking right now?
All of you have a role to play, whether it is the role that you wish or not. In the possession of 2 of you, there are 3 pendants.
Imagine if Lynn took one of those to the Twilight Realm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah? Are those pendants important for getting the Master Sword, or?
For one that was not chosen by the blade in this generation, proofs of a hero are acquired. Only to begin the trial. Pendants. Shahana pulls out the 2 pendants she is holding. The courage and wisdom. And she looks to you, Hyle, because I think you have the one of power. You do.
Think? Yeah.
I was about to
I
say,
couldn't remember if it was Conrad
is
or
the
me.
pendant Rambu has something different?
No? Nothing in this relation.
I take out the pendant.
Rambu does have a pendant.
Yeah.
Not the one he wants, though.
Yeah, I take out the pendant.
She hands you the one of courage, but holds the pendant of wisdom close to her heart for a moment. This is what this was for. As she reaches it out to you.
I guess it was a good thing you always kept it then.
Of course, it was a matter of destiny, wasn't it?
Perhaps, but I don't think that devalues the sentimental reasons you kept on it either.
I just thought you guys were wearing matching jewelry. Are those things important?
Well, I wasn't wearing the shit at all. What are you talking about? It was in the bag of holding the entire time.
And she doesn't keep the pendant shown.
Oh, okay.
Step up.
Already? I do so.
You step up to the pedestal. You are shone upon by the golden light seemingly from no sun. Place your hand on the blade to begin the
Oh.
trial.
All right, I'll have the 3 pendants in one hand and the other hand on the blade then, I guess.
You do so. As you grip the blade, it's warm. Quite warm to the touch. Then it goes cold. And after only a second of you gripping it, you feel its form begin to fade away. The blade itself seems to turn into this bluish light, and then fragment. And these fragments seem to retreat into the pedestal.
Hyle, you broke the. Hyle, how did you break the sword?
Oh, what can I say? I have a special talent.
Could it be because you have the demonic sword on you too?
Eh.
Approach one called Hyle.
All right. I have the blade hilt, or the blades. Yeah, the blade hilt and effective like everything but the blade in my hand, don't I?
No, the entirety of the sword.
Oh,
Fragmented.
all the sword. Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right.
Darn, here I thought we'd have like a Kuwabara moment.
In a moment, a gateway will open up at my base. A gateway to the sacred realm. That is where your trial lies. You are to prove yourselves. Through power,
What?
wisdom, and courage. A spirit of the ancient past will guide you.
Okay.
As you see, seemingly wrenching itself apart.
Oh,
Okay.
Dorime.
thank you. I couldn't remember the actual.
Oh boy. You see light begin to bleed from this opening as it opens about 10 feet tall, just over 5 feet wide. Time works differently in the sacred realm. Many things work differently in the sacred realm. There you will see your destiny. And if you can accept it, then the Blade of Evil's Bane shall accept you. I wish you
Okay.
good luck in this trying time.
Will we be coming back and more time passes? Or.
That is for you to find out. What do you wish to do?
People are counting on us. Let's go.
Guess we go on, yeah. I still got all the pendants on me, yeah?
Yep. The pendants
Okay,
stay with
I
you.
guess I'll put them away for now.
Hyle with the bling.
If
You
you're
got
going to keep
drip.
all of them on you, I will add all those to your inventory.
Sure.
Blip
Hyle with drip.
and
Leave this.
blip.
See, this is
I-
where This is actually where Rambu gets yeeted.
I
I'll
do
fucking
actually
do it.
have a question, Great Deck Trees. Will these be solo things for each of us separately, or one big team?
I do not know of the nature of your trial. I am simply a guide.
Okay.
People are counting on us. Get this done.
Also, do you know everything in the forest or in Hyrule in general? Because do you know how Castletown's doing, or
Yeah,
sorry,
can ask them to get out.
right.
Okay. Do you venture into the light?
Mhm.
All right. Going through, you are bathed by a warmth. A warmth of radiance. For most of you, it's comforting. For one of you, it's very unsettling.
What?
Ow! I can't blink.
So-
It hurts my eyes.
What? No.
I was meaning.
Why is
Bisht.
Bisht of all people
That
being
was why
affected
I
by
was
the light?
making that joke.
Wow, this is a really bright star.
That's Conrad.
It's Conrad.
It is Rambu, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is the effective half demon
I-
going into the most holy of realms.
Oh,
Second
so-
most holy of
I'm s-
realms.
I'm
I mean, you could
surprised
argue that a
them
demon
letting
of
her
this
in.
Cringe.
The fact that they're letting her in is actually kind of surprising.
She has a role to play.
I have a role to play.
Just because they let Rambu in doesn't mean that they allow Argarok to see. Who knows?
It's my role is the antagonist.
My role is a key for Argaroth to kill a
Hey.
different god. Sorry.
Hey. Villain does not mean antagonist.
It's-
Okay.
But besides that, you feel like you're wandering through this warm light for several minutes. Walking and walking. Shahana takes wraps her arms around your arm. Hyle,
Okay. Gotta stick together, huh?
yes. And eventually, you are met with a beautiful sight. A large, seemingly endless meadow in the distance. And surrounding you, a beautiful garden full of these same blue flowers and every other flower that you can picture. You could even guess existed, and some that you never thought you would ever see. Beneath you, a stone pathway. A path that seems to lead through this garden all the way to several feet away. A large building, church-like, similar to the Temple of Light. Embedded into the front of it, seemingly made out of stained glass, the Triforce, held by a radiant goddess. As before you lays the Temple of the Blade. Where your trial awaits. But that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Alrighty.
Your trial awaits. Next time on.
Next time on.
No.
Funny we go into this with Angry Fujino as the thumbnail.
I mean, there may be a reason for Angry Fujino as a thumbnail.
Who knows?
And then we should end with just screams of us in terror. Well, that might happen. It might not. You'll have to see.
I
See,
am quite excited for this next section because
Oh,
this is
yeah.
the boss rush I mentioned.
Oh,
boy.
okay.
It's not Rambu who will have to fight as the antagonist of the trial.
Yeah,
It's Fujino.
It's Dark Fujino.
Dark Fujino.
I still remember when you
Both is
did
good, both is
Dark
good.
Us and Eon just proceeded to get clapped.
Yeah, it's Rambu with Fujino as her disciple.
Mm-hmm. All right. So we're gonna early. It's a shorter session, but I think that's fine.
How are we
Yeah.
supposed to cover up the fact that we use all of Driver's points
He
if
gets
we have a
2
shorter
more.
session?
Shame.
You always get 2 no matter what.
You know what you did?
You know,
Quick, roll
Anyway.
d20.
Well, it's glad to know. Oh my god. I'm gonna say it's good to know that we're coming into this with no cosmic omens for
Here,
him. So.
let me just go back to that scene. See that one? Nice. Anyway,
Nice.
back to
Nice.
the title card. Yeah. So, see you next week. Hopefully situations go well and I can actually release things. Maybe. Who knows? We'll see.
Mhm.
Otherwise, have a wonderful whenever you're watching this. Goodbye.
bye-bye.
Bye bye.
15.
Bye-bye.